What is up, everyone? Happy draft day. It's good to be here. We made it. Another draft show. This year a little bit different. I got my Steelers gear on, usually the Eagles, but drafts in Pittsburgh this year, so I figured I'd flaunt my Steelers stuff. Even though I got Mr. Foles represented right here. Of course, the dogs up there. That's the 2021 chip. We got the back-to-back banner back there, but it should be an interesting one for sure. We should have some guys on throughout the night. I know we have more people on early in the draft than late, but if we don't have anyone late, I'll be here anyways. So
I'll be breaking all professional right there.
I'll be breaking all 32 down. Obviously the top of the draft is intriguing to say the least. First rounder or first overall pick, you can see there down in I forget where they said he was, Miami, right? For Fernando Mendoza with his family.
Where he grew up.
Yeah, they having a draft party down there. So that's kind of set, but the draft kind of starts at 2 because I think it's been a little bit more defined here as we went through draft week. I think it's David Bailey at 2. I don't think Arvell Reese is going to be the guy. But then it's an interesting dynamic. Where does Arvell Reese go? Because I've seen different things anywhere from 3 to 5. And I think 5 is his end point. I don't think he would pass the Giants or someone else at 5, depending on what happens trade-wise. But I do think that there you go, Jets, South Antonio, talking about it right now. Look at that. But I do think he will go to the Giants if he falls to 5. I'm not sure about the Titans. Seems like they like Sonny Styles. The Cardinals are the big one at 3. Do they take Jeremiah Love? Does someone trade up to get Arvell Reese at 3, which we had in our mock draft last night, our complete first rounder? I was not necessarily voting for that trade. John and Logan put that one together, more so John, but he got KC up from 9 to 3 to get Arvell Reese, which would make a ton of sense.
That's what I mean. You hit it on the point. I think the draft really starts at pick 2, and then after that is I'm waiting. What is the first draft? First trade, and who trades up from a spot, and who are they taking? If no one does, do the Cardinals take Love at number 3?
Yeah. It's really weird. I think another thing coming in here is the potential fall of Caleb Downs. But I think similar to him, his end point is the Giants at 10. I don't think he would go past 10.
Do you think the Giants keep their 5th and 10th pick, or do they trade one?
No, I think they like where they're at with those 2 selections. They'll be able to get 2 blue chippers. And what I think, it'll depend on the Arvell Reese, but what I've been mocking to New York is Jordan Tyson at 5, Caleb Downs at 10. That's kind of what I think is the plan anyways for the Giants. There you see Francis Mauigoa. With his college head coach, Mario there. 2 minutes. We got 2:15 to go. Our boy Dennis should be on here shortly if he can find a room that has good Wi-Fi. But Mark, we can talk about your Rams here real quick while we have 2 minutes to go, just to fill some time.
My good old Rams that left St. Louis. I got my St. Louis gear on tonight.
The Rams are also one of the intriguing teams mid-round. Heard a lot of Mekhi Lemon love there.
It would fill a need. It would fill a need.
Yeah, I mean, the first need I have for LA is linebacker. Obviously, they're not in position to take any. Sonny Styles is really the only top of the first round linebacker, unless the Rams trade back and then maybe pick up a guy like our Bulldog CJ Allen or Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech.
I think CJ Allen's got a lot of upside. I know we're Georgia fans. I've seen him up close, and just the way that he ticks, he's built to wherever he goes, he's going to surprise people because that's how hard he works. And he just not only that, you see him in a film room, he's so smart. He loves the game. He's watching it. He's lifting, takes care of his body, doesn't speed like the other guys on campus. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. The other needs, though, I have for the Rams, tackle and safety. So that actually could be a spot. People might think it's a little bit early for safety, but I don't mind starting there at safety with Thieneman out of Oregon or Emmanuel McNeil-Warren if they happen to like him over. And then tackle, I mean, there's a ton of offensive tackles available throughout the first round, depending on how the board shakes out. But we are here. It is draft time.
Let's get it.
8 p.m. Eastern. So I'll turn the sound on once Roger comes out here and puts the Raiders on the clock. And then really we can go back to pretty much what we were talking about because there's not much to talk about with the first pick. As I'm trying to multitask, eat my dinner with my show here. Dang, Jeremiah he's looking good. Dave Bailey with the shades on. Oh, man. R.L. Reese got the Reese's Pieces inner jacket there. Oh, there it is. Mendoza and the Heisman Trophy. They literally set up a pedestal for his Heisman at his house to take pictures with. Oh yeah, see, we're with the sponsor. With the sponsor, baby, Bud Light. Yes, sir. We're following NFL protocol. But yeah, I really wish I could have been there in Pittsburgh. It would have been fantastic. There's my boy.
No kidding. You should have went, man. You should have went.
TJ Watt. We got Roger Goodell. We got Cam Hayward. Amazing. I was at the draft in Philly in 2017. That was a great experience. Just no vacation, man. I don't have a vacation. That's why I couldn't go. And I didn't have anyone to go with either. I didn't want to go alone. There we go. Got the booze going. Yeah, that's insane.
Built on steel and home of the one of the most dominant franchises in history.
These are
your 6-time Super Bowl champion Pittsburgh Steelers. But tonight we're going to celebrate Western Pennsylvania heritage. And as you can see, I didn't come alone. Steelers captain, 8-time Pro Bowler and Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt.
Yes, sir.
He might be good at football.
And the heart and soul of the Steelers.
He should be a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Asshole Aaron Donald.
Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, Cam Hayward. Take it away, Cam. Pittsburgh, make some noise!
This is Steelers football. Tough, physical, built to last. But everything we do today is built on the standards set by the legends before us. Let's bring out the men who paved the way to greatness. A Hall of Famer, a true shutdown corner, a piece of the steel curtain, Mel Blount!
Yeah, I got my whole my terrible towel wall over there, the Steelers.
Let's talk some playmaking.
Got 5 terrible towels plus Super Bowl Sports Illustrated covers. Oh, yeah, Heinz Ward, baby. Then Swan. I got a Heinz Ward jersey somewhere.
2 quarterbacks.
Big Ben. Terry Bradshaw, I bet.
Hines went to Georgia. Big Ben lives in Georgia now.
Dang, Ben's looking good.
Has he said anything about McCarthy getting hired? Does he like it? Has he been quiet?
Oh, there he is. There's good old Terry. Chanting for Terry.
Okay, these players forge the path for the next generation of stars. We will welcome into the National Football League starting tonight. Pittsburgh, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Yin's ready?
Oh my gosh. Yin's ready.
The 2026 NFL Draft is officially open. The Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock.
Let's go.
All right. So I mentioned this to someone the other day. Tonight should be quicker. They decreased the pick time in the first round this year. So it used to be 10 minutes. It's down to 8 this year. So
I don't disagree with that. I mean, you should do enough research. The longest thing that you should be on the clock for is if you're trying to trade and figuring some things out. But, man, these analytics teams, draft teams, scout teams are so big now. You don't need 10 minutes to make a pick.
especially at the top of the draft. I mean, the number 1 overall pick, you've known who you're picking for months.
Yeah.
Pretty much. The number, I think even if you're in the top 5, you should have all your scenarios already played out on who you can pick if whichever guys go in front of you. Why does Fernando does not look happy at all? He's so serious. Everyone's so serious. They're all very nicely dressed. My goodness. Look at all his awards. Oh my gosh. CFP National Championship. Was that Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl trophy? Walter Camp. Well, he won all of them, right? Davey O'Brien, everything. Yeah, there. Joe Burrow, Jameis Winston, Cam Newton joining that crew. Who would think has turned out the best out of those guys, though? The Heisman, national title, and first overall pick. I don't know. I think it's close between Cam and Joey B because those two at least won conference championships.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And Jameis he's been all right, career backup, still playing, but
Would you trade a Heisman for a national championship, or would you rather have a Heisman?
I'd rather have a chip.
Yeah. I think most people would, all competitors, but the Heisman it's something special, man. It's a club for sure. It's a fraternity.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're Vince Young, I'd say take that Heisman and let me beat you in the Rose Bowl any day.
Yeah, well, Reggie Bush didn't get his back. Yeah, there you go. New coach Clint Kubiak. I don't know how you would feel being the one dude that's in a T-shirt in the war room. Everyone else has suit jackets on. That guy's in a T-shirt. He has to be the strength coach. That's the only way he can get away with that. There ain't no way anyone else.
It's really the best. It's the best job. I tell kids all the time, like, you're trying to crack into this or that, go back to school and be a strength and conditioning coach.
You gotta be a little different to do that.
Well, you gotta be crazy to coach. You gotta be even crazier to be a strength and conditioning coach. I'm telling you that.
The Raiders pick is in. There you go. We are on to the Jets. On the clock. A little film on Fernando here. Nothing too shabby. What do you think about Arizona? Still out on them. Not sure what's going down. Oh, wow. The comp is Drew Bledsoe.
Interesting. Okay. I could kind of see that. I could see that.
Come on, Raj. Dude, I still don't understand. Why does he look like so serious right now? Like, you should be happy, bro. You only get drafted once. I would be ecstatic, bro. I'd be running around the house. There you go.
The first pick in this 2026 NFL draft.
With the first pick in the 2026 NFL draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana.
Oh my gosh!
What? I didn't see that coming.
There's a smile, buddy. All right. So now the fun starts, right? Here we go. My boy Colin texted me, wow, who would have guessed? Yeah, man, I don't know. I had Mendoza way lower. I had him going in the second round. Yeah, man. So this is where we get here. And look, we're already at 5. That's where the 8 minutes comes in, Already at 5 minutes. There's a good time. Christopher Columbus High School watch party in Florida. Just going to say it's kind of weird to call it a high school watch party when it's at a bar. I don't know. I know it means. I know what it means, but yeah. So the Jets here, I mean, again, I think it's going to be David Bailey. I think what the Jets are looking for is you want the production now. He's ready to play right now. The 14.5 sacks last year was fantastic. And I knew he was going to be good at Tech even before he transferred because he had been very, very good at Stanford before that.
Yeah.
So I kind of saw that one coming. Didn't know how it would work specifically at Texas Tech. But, again, led the nation in sacks at 14.5 and lots of negative plays as well. So disruption is what the Jets are looking for. They were bottom third and bottom quarter in sacks last year. And when you're looking at Arvell Reese, it's like, all right, well, he has the traits to be an edge guy, but he was in between last year. He played both off ball and edge. So to transition to full-time edge probably won't be that big of an issue for him, but I still think he's going to have to work through improving and adding to his repertoire of pass rush moves on the outside and working the difference on how to defend the run.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Off ball, you have so much more space before you get contact. When you're on the edge, you're right there. You either got a tackle or a tight end right across from you that you got to go to war with right away. So, yeah. All right, Jets pick is in. We're getting to the fun part of the top 5 here with the Arizona Cardinals, but we'll see who the Jets take here. Again, I believe it's going to be that guy, David Bailey. Oh, there they are, the Jets crazies. So GM Darren Mugie and head coach Aaron Glenn getting to go with this pick here. First of 2 and the first of 6 teams tonight with 2 picks. Believe the commissioner's coming.
Get it done in the production of a David Bailey. I'm going to lean toward David Bailey with the 14.5 sacks. So, look, I mean, the statistics are not in the Jets' favor. You're right. Sack percentage, pressure percentage, they're one of the worst in the NFL. You know what else they were worse in terms of taking the ball away? People who can make plays on the ball, getting absolutely bludgeoned in the middle of the field by running backs. They were the worst defense in the NFL as far as linebackers play on the second level. They need both of these guys. The question is, what do they prioritize? The pick is here, and I'll remind you, the Jets have 2 picks in the.
Yeah, and I propose an interesting thing. I proposed a Texans-like trade the other night, where the Jets go back up to 3 from 16, and they get Arvell Reese at 3. If that happens, I call it.
Picks in. I love that sound.
26 NFL draft. The New York Jets select David Bailey.
Yeah, there he is.
Linebacker, Texas Tech.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a force for that Jets defense. That's much needed.
When you just think about Texas Tech coming on the map, you can say, well, it's oil money or this or that. Well, there's got to be product on the field, and he was a product.
Yeah. You look at the rest of the edge crew there for the Jets, adding to Will McDonald, 23 first-round pick. You have free agent additions, Joseph Osai and Kingsley Enagbare, along with Braden McGregor, Tyler Barron, who's going into year 2 as a fifth-rounder from last year. So that's a much better Oshwan Mathis as well. Much, much better situation now than they were last year with this guy in the fold. So here's where things get a little prickly. What are the Cardinals going to do? Is someone coming up? Couldn't tell you because I don't know.
Why not? You're supposed to know it all, man.
I'm just wondering why these freaking CBS Sports rankings had David Bailey at 20. Yeah, I have no clue why that is what it is, but
he's going to have to be in different stances in the NFL to be highly successful.
Yeah, I mean, I expect the Cardinals take the entire 8 minutes just to vet out all trade offers.
Right. And that's why you have, we went from 10 to 8, but you're still going to allow somebody 8 minutes because they're waiting on that phone call from somebody.
Yeah. What's up, Jordan? Jordan, what you got on the Cardinals? Can you hear us, Jordan? We can't hear you, I don't think. Oh, signing his first card. You got to remember that Tops is back in the NFL, right?
I know.
I believe it's Tops. That's pretty cool. They get to do that.
This is where I've circled the draft. I want to see what happens here. And then, let's say they do draft who they want. There's nothing that's saying somebody won't call them later on and there's a trade later. I mean, you see that in different leagues. You don't see that a lot in the NFL, but I would love to start seeing that.
Yeah, I've only ever seen it once, Eli. And I wasn't even really in the draft at that point.
No, sir. You're too young.
8 years old. Actually, no, 7. Yeah.
You guys hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. I'm a little delayed, so I'm trying my best to figure out what's going on my end. But
hey, man, this is streaming too. So, but I prepped earlier today because I looked up because I have the DirecTV app as well, and I looked up. I was like, which app is ESPN or DirecTV faster.
Faster. Yeah.
And they said DirecTV potentially has a 30 to 45 second delay. I was like, dang. They said the delay for ESPN is like barely anything, like 7 seconds maybe. Less. Well, the pick is in, so they did not trade. All right.
They waited on that phone call, though. They did. You can't tell me they didn't.
I mean, it's more than likely Jeremiah Love, I would think.
Wins.
I don't like it. I don't like
it. A running back at the third pick, that's – and here's my thing. He can give you production, right, for his rookie contract, but then after that, no one wants to pay what they're demanding. You've seen it from how many – we've seen it. Barkley, Bell when he was with the Steelers. I mean, you get your guy, but you never pay him that second contract.
Yeah, so I had QB and then off the tackle. I thought Maui Noah should go here, but we'll see.
Number 3, the Arizona
I
Cardinals.
thought the same thing.
I don't think they take him.
With the third pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select.
Nope, they did. They did. I love it. I love it for running backs, man. Stop making this like running backs aren't important.
But my thing is, I'm not against Love going in the top 5. Okay. What I'm against is him going to the Cardinals because it makes no sense.
Yeah, they need other things.
James Conner, who's coming off injury, and he's older now. They have Trey Benson, who was supposed to be the next starter, and they signed Tyler Algier this offseason.
I hear you.
4 guys. They're going to have to trade one or cut one. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And unfortunately,
I thought they were going to
it's going to be
trade back and take no.
Yeah. So I would expect maybe not during the draft, but at some point they're either going to release or trade James Conner. I just think he's the odd man out. They just signed Tyler Algier this year. Benson's still on a rookie deal. So I think James Conner, unfortunately, is going to be looking for other work.
I'm surprised Bailey went 2. I thought it was going to be Reese. There was a lot of recent smoke about Bailey, but I didn't think it was – I thought it was a smoke screen.
Nah, man. I like Mark and I talked about, I just think it's production over potential.
I love the background right now. That's where Jeremiah Love went. And I'm from Missouri. It's a good school that he went to. They happened to beat me my junior year in the state playoff run.
Yeah, so Jordan, this is what we were talking about pre-draft. It is where does Arvell Reese go now, right? Does he go to Tennessee? But I've heard that Tennessee likes Sonny Styles. And vice versa with the Giants. Yeah, vice versa with the Giants too. I think the Giants are Reese's floor. I don't think he'll get past the Giants, which would actually be an okay thing for them, even though they don't need edge rush. That would allow them to trade Kayvon Thibodeau like they said they weren't going to do now. But I think it all depends on what Tennessee does. If Tennessee goes Reese, I think the Giants either stay with what they're originally planned, which I actually think is going to be Jordan Tyson, or they go Sonny Styles. But I think the Titans are going Sonny Styles. I think that's where I have it.
I had Downs at 5, and then I had Tyson falling to 10, and the Giants picking him there. But yeah. I don't know. The second and third pick of my mock are already destroyed because I had Maui Noah and Reese. So, I had the Saints trading up to get Reese or to get David Bailey at 3, but now it's all messed up.
Yeah, so the Titans pick is in. For my needs, it didn't really fit with the board. Interior O-line was my number 1 for Tennessee, and then tackle, which is fine, but I have not seen anyone ever this whole entire process mock the Titans at tackle. I think maybe that's just my bias because I am like the biggest Dan Moore hater out there. So I don't like the Dan Moore thing at left tackle. And then wide receiver, but again, no one that I've seen has done wide receiver for Tennessee. And then edge. Edge is my 4th one. So I think Arvell Reese would be a great pick here for Tennessee if they want to go that way. I'm more bullish on the Titans linebackers than most people. That's why I don't have Sonny Styles as a pick for me, even though that's what I think they're going to do. Because linebacker-wise for Tennessee, yeah, I mean, Ced Gray's going into year 3 as a 4th rounder. Cody Barton, Mohamed Diabate, James Williams Sr. See Robert Saleh, new head coach of the Titans there. Beautiful bald head shining. He got it buffed up tonight, Mark.
It is, man. It is. It's looking good.
Yeah, he put some extra baby oil on that. Come on, Raj. There we go.
Downs, all of them expected to be drafted early here tonight off that outstanding Buckeyes defense. Will that be the direction Tennessee goes? We'll find out in a moment. Here he is, the commissioner, Roger Goodell, making his way to the podium to announce selection number 4.
With the 4th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Carnell Tate.
Wow.
Receiver,
Woo! There you go. Oh, baby.
Wow. That one sends a charge.
All right.
Hey, look, somebody else said, wow. Wow.
So that was my 3rd need, right? That makes sense to me based off my needs. That was my number 3 need for Tennessee. It made sense based off the value. Now, again, I would have had Malinoa over that because I have tackle first as my 2nd one. Makes a ton of sense. I mean, the focus this offseason was get people around Cam Ward.
Well, and that's, I mean, when you say you have these numbers for needs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other people in the league are seeing what other teams have done. Yes, Joe Burrows has had injury after injury, but everybody's looking at that Super Bowl that they went to versus the Rams, and guess what they did in the top 4 draft? They went and got Jamar Chase and put pieces around him. Now they're going, okay, we do have to protect him, but why not? You went number 1 overall with the quarterback. Why not go get someone that you can sling the football to? And let's tell everybody in the world, Ohio State produces the best wide receivers in the NFL. Anybody can come get at me in that slogan. Name a better school.
Yeah. It's ridiculous the amount of wideouts they put. They put 1 or 2 out every single year. The Titans were going to have to get a guy eventually because of the way that their depth chart was. I love the Wan'Dale Robinson signing. Calvin Ridley, I mean, he fell off the face of the earth last year with injuries and just bad play. So they needed to get a number one anyways. Some people had Jordan Tyson over Carnell Tate, but I think the Titans went with the cleaner prospect without the injury issues that Tyson brings. So it makes a lot of sense to me.
Don't get me wrong. I 100% believe that football is won in the trenches. You can't win with no line on offense or defense. But depending on how you're running your offense, if you're getting the ball out of the hands quickly, if you're trying to spread the offense, I'm not saying that you can't get somebody at tackle that's going to be amazing in the second or third round, but I'm excited that this is a new era of football. If you think about it, it's more points. The penalties are geared towards benefiting the offense. So why not get somebody here and then later shore up, a tackle spot?
All right, boys. The Giants pick is in. The Chiefs have traded it up to 6, 9-6. Got to be for Reese, right? You would think.
Yep.
So then the Giants, okay, if the Chiefs were theoretically thinking they're up for Reese, I think
they got in quick. They got in quick
for Tyson. I think with Carnell Tate off the board,
right,
it has to be Jordan Tyson. You do not want to miss because
you don't want that weapon to go to the Chiefs.
Need. The Commanders wide receiver need too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I think the Giants are definitely going to go Jordan Tyson here because you have your board right, but then you have to adjust and react to what is happening, and you got to keep your positional rankings intact versus your overall board, and kind of gauge what guys you think are going to be available at your next pick. So, I think I have said for probably the last week or so, from everything that I've heard, that Tyson at 5, Downs at 10, and I think that's where it's tracking for the Giants currently. If it's Sonny Styles, I'd be surprised. I would really be surprised if it's Sonny Styles because they need a wide receiver in New York, and they do not. Knowing the Chiefs have traded up to 6 for Arvell Reese, they do not want to allow their division rival to go get one of the top wide receivers in this draft and have to play him twice a year. So I think that's how it's going to play out here. I got Jordan Tyson at 5. The Chiefs going Arvell Reese at 6. And then it actually sets up nicely for Washington. I know they wouldn't get a wide receiver, but what I've heard is Dan Quinn absolutely loves Sonny Styles. He thinks and they didn't re-sign Bobby Wagner yet, right? So it's perfect. Just slide Sonny Styles right in, and he'd be your Mike linebacker from day one. What are you thinking about this pick here, Jordan, for the Giants? You still got audio issues? That what is it? You got Wi-Fi issues, Jordan? Is that what's happening? All right. Well, we'll try to get that figured out. Mark, the trade here. We have the details. The Browns give up 6. The Chiefs give up 9, 74, so a third rounder, and 148. I believe that's a 5. Let me look at the draft sheet here.
Fifth round.
Yeah, but 3 and a 5 here to go up 3 spots. I don't know if you have value for Kansas City.
I don't hate that at all. If your guy's going to be there, and we all know Mahomes' injury, we know the window. I mean, why not? you have to do things to keep a competitive edge.
Yeah. For sure.
No one's getting any younger, I guess would be the slogan you would have to use. So you better go get young talent.
Yeah, and Spags, the Chiefs needed an extra edge rusher to help out George Karlaftis, and Chris Jones inside. Here we go, Giants. I got Jordan Tyson here, just saying.
We are honored to recognize Fighting Army Paul B. Volke. Major Volke sustained tragic fatal injuries while deployed in Afghanistan. He is survived by his spouse Tracy and their two sons Andrew and Benjamin. Major Volke was raised in the Hudson Valley and was a lifelong fan of the New York Giants, a tradition he proudly passed on to his sons. Volke family, take it away.
That's awesome.
With the 5th overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select Arvell Reese, linebacker.
Wow.
Ohio State.
All right.
University.
Okay.
Harbaugh is a defensive guy.
Overall, that is the highest pick any John Harbaugh team.
You can't tell me he's not.
Okay, so this threw my whole scenario out here, right? That
So then
means
who did the Chiefs
Chiefs
this
are either coming up for Reuben Bain,
or
Jordan Tyson.
I mean, do you get a weapon or do you shore up your defense to go
Or-
after Bo Nix and Herbert?
Yeah. Or you want to look at my Chiefs needs here, right? Corner times 2 is my first one. I don't think they're going to go corner.
No.
Tackle. We have not had a tackle taken yet.
Well,
Francis,
and you got to protect your franchise quarterback.
but
They got some wide receivers. You know, they had some injuries last year at the wide receiver position. Why not?
But I do still think it's either going to be Bain or Tyson, just based off what Washington needs, because those are two positions that Washington is looking at as well. So,
Well, I think in that division, the edge, you know, getting pressure on the quarterback makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That division is getting better and better each day.
He can't get the hat on with his dreads. His dreads were too big to get the hat on. That's a funny draft moment for Arvell Reese.
I think he's going to a good spot. Harbaugh's a great defensive mind.
Right, and there's no pressure to produce big time right away.
Yeah.
They have Brian Burns. And why am I blanking on the other side?
Well, and with the trade with the Bengals, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised if they went with this pick.
Yeah, so the Chiefs pick is in.
Well,
Right.
they knew who they wanted.
Abdul Carter, right, on the other side. So, again, I think this means that Kayvon Thibodeau is going to get traded. They don't have to trade him because that would be literally the best foursome edge rush crew in the league. But I think just value-wise, Thibodeau's on the last year of his rookie contract. I think you got to trade him. And I don't know what the value of Kayvon Thibodeau is because former first-round pick, you're always going to have some value, but hasn't produced to what he got drafted at so far in his career. But, yeah. There you go. He can't even drink yet, Mark. He cannot even drink yet. He's close. 20 years and 236 days.
I've never drank alcohol, so I don't know. I'm kidding.
All right, so again, I think this is going to be Bain or Jordan Tyson. And it also makes sense, even if you don't look at Washington, you look at New Orleans, it's the same needs, edge and wide receiver that is in Washington. The Saints have the same thing. So that was kind of an issue with the three teams going 7, 8, and 9. It made sense for the Browns. They want all the picks they can get right now. So,
yeah, why wouldn't you? It's a mud puddle. The Browns are really a mud puddle.
here we go.
With the 6th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Mansour Tremaine.
Wow, they did go to the corner.
LSU.
They did go to the corner. All right. I don't hate that because corner's my number one need, right, for Kansas City.
Well, and we talked about how good that division is with quarterbacks, so you have to defend, right?
And I guess it kind of makes sense. When you look at Washington, I had corner as my second need. New Orleans, I had corner as my third need. So they are up there. Both teams need, but I just thought jumping Washington and New Orleans, I thought it was for Bain for the edge or the wide receiver. But again, it made sense for me. Corner number one need for me for Kansas City. What's up, Dennis?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
We can. Yes, sir.
Man.
Bring the wisdom. Bring the
Don't
wisdom.
go right.
Bring
Look,
the
well,
wisdom.
good news is I got tomorrow off. My boss just texted me while I'm going through all this. So I said, okay, I can stay up a little late tonight.
I like
Good.
it. I like it.
You can be my partner when Mark goes to bed.
Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, no, we're not doing that. Roll it back. No. Listen, my sons are watching this. No, Rusty, we're not doing that.
Otherwise, I'm gonna be on here alone the whole night.
No. Hey, they're gonna make it work. We're gonna do what they do.
So yeah,
Well, I think I'll be able to come back. I gotta hire a women's basketball coach, but after I take this phone call, I think I'll be all right.
but yeah, man, this has been a wild start, Dennis.
What happened? Did Mendoza go first?
He did.
It's the biggest shocker of the draft.
Got me pulling my hair out. There, boy, look at that. Just pulling it out.
So the Commanders pick is in, but yeah. So I understood. I got the first 3 picks right. Once
Okay.
Tennessee got on the clock, it was weird because I had them going Sonny Styles. I did not have them going wide receiver, although that was one of my personal top needs for Tennessee. It was my third need, I believe, for them. But I had never seen anyone mock them a wide receiver the entire draft process.
Talking about the Chiefs?
No, the Titans.
Oh, the Titans.
Yeah,
because I think they've been talks before all this stuff happened with Vrabel. Everything was about them getting AJ. AJ may go back or end up with the Patriots. But it made sense to me. It would make sense for him, AJ, going to the Patriots. But Tennessee, they need more help with the quarterback. I think they got a decent tight end, and they need a better run game. But they need help up front first because their O-line was like really bad. The games they won last year were a lot due to his legs and late game heroic. So, I mean, their offensive line, they got to start there. They got one of the worst in the league.
That was my number 1 and 2 needs for Tennessee was interior O-line and tackle. And they decided to go the skill
position. They went Bengals model.
Yeah. I was just shocked that Saleh did not go defense. I thought for sure he was going to go to Styles. We got Washington coming up here.
They haven't really spent any money, though.
Even then.
If you look back to when they panned on on him, he wasn't all that excited. He got out of his chair and he was like, honestly, paying back.
Yeah, but that's him. He's not a high energy guy.
I think that was a GM pick.
Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award.
Okay.
Presented by Nationwide.
I love Jerome. Look at Jerome, dude.
I was so confused on why he was out there for the Commanders pick.
I'm joined on stage by former winners.
I loved him in St. Louis. I loved him in
high school because I played against him. He went to McKenzie. I went to Cooley High. Him and Gilbert Brown on the same team.
Super Bowl champion and 6-time All-Pro Bobby Wagner. Here we go, Bobby. On behalf of the Payton family and Nationwide, I encourage players drafted this week to make their community and the league.
Talk about Bobby Wagner. He's not even re-signed yet.
With the 7th pick in the 2026 NFL.
That's bad.
The Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles.
Yeah. So that made a ton of sense. Right. Like I said earlier, that's what I heard. I heard Dan Quinn absolutely loved Sonny Styles.
He's a Quinn guy when you look at him.
But Quinn usually gets smaller guy. He gets super athletic, high motor. He's not like Sonny's a big guy, right? Super athletic. He can play a lot of positions. But Quinn, he did it with Seattle. He did it with Atlanta. And even in 24 with the Commanders. He has smaller guys, some vets, older, like Wagner. But he's not a guy that gets a lot of size with his defense. He depends on speed and quickness. But you can't go wrong with that guy. I like that guy there, size. Even though I'm not a fan of the school, hey, dude can play.
I mean, you look at I've never seen a linebacker that tall. 6'5" is what CBS Sports has him listed as.
Dude, he's a big dude. Do you see him?
The Lions got Campbell. First team All-Pro, 6'4", 6'5", 240.
Yeah, he's huge, broad shoulders.
But you don't really get him. That's what makes him so rare. Is that the size he have? Most guys are about 6'1", maybe 230 with his athleticism.
And they're talking about
his guys like that.
And you're talking about his vision, man. His vision is.
Why they got to do that to Purdue like that, though? Why they got to show his highlights against Purdue? Like they don't have enough crap against them.
Listen, you got to get on the wire, Rusty. You got to get on the wire. Hey, guys.
Hey, they just compared him to Urlacher, and I'm not going size or anything, but the way that he covers left to right.
He's a better athlete than Urlacher.
Well, seeing Roquan Smith up close at Georgia, he's the last linebacker that I can say that you can go east and west, east and west.
Yeah.
And I think it fits very well in what they face in the division, right? All three of the quarterbacks they're going to face are mobile. Mm-hmm. Even Dak is the least of that, I would say.
No,
but
that's rolling. That's rolling around with a wheelchair. I don't know about that.
Regardless, though, you look at what they got to face run wise too. Pounder
and Hurts don't run no more. Remember, Hurts hadn't ran since he lost the Super Bowl.
Hey, we don't know. We haven't seen the Sean Mannion offense yet.
Okay, I give you. Let's go back to Dak. Dak has not ran since his rookie season. They won 13 games with
for a while.
But no, listen.
Dude, he's a big old boy. He's a big old boy, guys.
I bet Dak got 182-yard rush for his whole career. I bet. He does not
run. I want to see the stats. I want to see on the stats how much fat did Dak add to his ass since he's been in the NFL.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't want to know that one. We're not doing that.
I was in the Navy. I'm only allowed to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't look at those numbers. Rusty, I don't look at those stats. Man, that kid, that's probably going to be one of their best defensive players right there because they got rid of the guys up front. Wagner's, he's still good. I mean, he's been playing league 20 years, but I think he might be their top defensive player.
So I had linebacker as my third need for Washington, wide receiver and corner as my top two. So that kind of made sense. Chiefs wanted to get in front of the corner run, potentially with Delane. For the Saints here, I have similar stuff. I think the Saints got to be ecstatic with who's available. Ruben Bain would be my pick here for New Orleans.
That's what I want. No. You don't want. I want Ruben in Detroit. I'm telling little arms and all.
He's gonna be nowhere near Lions pick.
I'm telling. We 17. 17.
Yeah, he's not gonna be anywhere near that.
Listen, he got short arms. They don't want him.
The Saints.
Oh my gosh.
The Saints. I have edge as my number one need.
You're right, though. The intangibles.
But remember, they said that about Hutch. Hutch was 6'7" and got short arms, but it's turning out to be a pretty good pick.
Yeah, he really sucks, doesn't he? He's terrible.
Yeah, he's
I have edge and then wide receiver. So I've been saying this for the last three picks, but it's Bain or Tyson. Bain or Tyson. Those are the two guys I have here for New Orleans. Yeah, I mean, I don't fault either one for if they pick those guys.
Listen, I'd give the Saints. How about Kendrick Falk from Auburn or TJ Parker?
Way too early for those guys.
Huh?
That's way too early for those dudes.
If they take what I say, if they take Parker, Bain is still there. This is what I want to happen.
There's too many teams with needs at edge.
Bain his personality fits New Orleans as well.
Wow, so we're at a backlog here, boys, because apparently the Giants. Schefter already said the Giants are sticking at 10. So I think the Saints and the Browns picks must be in, and the Giants pick as well.
The Giants can't go defense; they got to go offense. Because they got all the number one guys up front. They're going to have to pay them guys. It would make no sense.
We don't know what the Browns and the Saints – if the Browns or the Saints have already taken Jordan Tyson, there's not another wide receiver worthy of number 10 pick. That means it's Caleb Downs. It has to be Caleb Downs at that point. I don't think Caleb Downs gets out of the top 10. I really don't. And if he does,
somebody's gonna screw it up. Somebody's gonna pull an Atlanta move.
Offense are gonna sit there at 11 and take him, or the Cowboys are gonna sit there at 12 and take him.
He said it. Somebody's gonna be the Falcon of the Falcons.
Somebody exactly, and we're gonna be like, wait, what?
The Falcons are the new Browns.
They're loving the James Pierce pick right now.
2 years ago, think about this. 2 years ago, the Falcons took a quarterback with the 8th pick and paid Kurt a bunch of money. Now, both of those guys, well, Penix is still there, but he's never on the field. And then Kurt's gone, making more guaranteed money. I think I saw he's third all time with his earnings.
Oh, yeah.
All time, third place.
So if the Saints do not take Jordan Tyson, I think the Giants take him at 10. If the Saints do take Jordan Tyson, I think the Browns go Francis Mauigoa I think they go Francis Mauigoa, and then I think the Giants would go Caleb Downs.
Draft, the Browns will come behind them.
Go the Saints.
Having traded back with Kansas City a bit earlier than the Giants.
Again, I think it's either Ruben Bain or Jordan Tyson here.
Can't be Ruben. It can't be.
Ready with the announcement.
It's got to be offense to help the quarterback. I promise you. I'm going to say tight end. Because the wideouts are still solid.
With the 8th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Jordan Tyson.
Yeah.
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
Arizona State.
Told you, you get that quarterback. Listen, I don't even know where that quarterback came from, but that guy, size, strength, talent, that guy can play. Huh?
Louisville. He came from Louisville. Louisville. Before that, he was at Texas Tech. But yeah, so this
deal with him because they won't have to pay him for probably 2 more years for they even got to pay him if he gets better.
This is the scenario though that I kind of talked about earlier. Jordan Tyson here at 8. I think Francis Mauigoa now goes to the Browns with their issues on the offensive line. We haven't had any offensive linemen taken yet, so I think he's the top pick here. I've also heard the Browns like Monroe Freeling, Markinized Georgia Bulldog. So maybe they shock everyone and make Monroe Freeling the top tackle in the draft. But I think it's going to be a tackle, and then I think the Giants are Caleb Downs. I think Caleb Downs.
Got to be a tackle just to help pass protection, to help that line. Like, they got to give some stability, and the tackle is the top position. You know, if you don't even know who the quarterback is, how are you going to block for him if you're just steady throwing guys in there? You got to have somebody with Texas blind side. That's what he's been waiting on his whole life. Look at him. That's right, boy. Let it out. You've been working hard your whole life to get here.
And it's funny. It's funny with the Browns because I actually didn't have tackle as a need for them. I was okay with DeJuan Jones at left, and then they traded for Tyson Howard this offseason to play right. So I didn't hate that combo. I know DeJuan Jones come back from an injury, so that kind of hampers him. But even so, they did trade for Casey Leviston last year as well. And they still have their boys out there.
I don't think the Saints. I don't think the Saints line is that bad.
No, I was talking about the Browns.
I would say they probably 15 to 20. Huh?
I was talking about the Browns O line.
Oh, my bad. I'm just still. Hey, didn't Njoku retire or something? Didn't the Browns lose him last year?
They just haven't re-signed him. He's still available, but the Browns, if they need guys in free agency, I mean Lucas Cornelius and Cornelius Lucas, and Jack Conklin both are unsigned still. So
Conklin was he with the Bills?
No, with the Browns.
No,
he got drafted by the Browns.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the Browns, even though I don't have tackle as a need, I think it's Mauigoa for them.
It's got to be up front, bro. I wouldn't touch a skill, dude. They got some nice young pieces. They showed a lot last year towards the second half of the season. But I'm definitely going up front because you got to have a run game too. You just can't get all these receivers and stay in the shotgun 99% of the time and throw now routes and slants and all that. You got to run the ball. If you can't run the ball, you're dead.
You can take someone up front, which is what they need, but who's going to be throwing the ball? That's a laughable question.
If you get the right guy, then you have time to think about it. If you don't get a guy in these first couple rounds, and I don't remember seeing no trades for no linemen, Man, they're going to be top 3 next year.
And when's the last time we had a draft where somebody up front went this late?
Yeah. It's an open competition between Deshaun.
Well, hold on. What pick is this right now?
8th.
We're going on 9 here.
Okay.
9.
Well, okay, I'm a homer. I can give you my team. Frank Ragnar was the 11th or 12th pick of the Lions by Matt Patricia. 3-time first team All 2-time first team All Pro, second team All Pro, and a bunch of Pro Bowls.
I think at 17th, I think the Lions would take Freeling.
Well, that's what I was saying. The Browns, I've heard that they really like Freeling.
Mm-hmm.
It would be an interesting pick this early. I still have Maui Noah going here.
I think he's on the board at 17th.
I'm telling you real quick before Roger says anything, I wouldn't rule out Caleb Downs right here to the Browns.
With the 9th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Spencer Farno.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And there it is, the first offense.
Yeah, so Fano, first OT, first O-line.
That's a big boy. That's a big boy.
That's a big boy.
He can only hug his daddy like that. Anybody else, he'd crush him. Look, that's his dad. That's a big boy.
That's
a good pick.
That makes sense. He's gonna freeze his butt off though. Cleveland coming from.
You talking about culture shock, change of climate, all that.
Even from Utah, even though it does get cold in Utah, but
different food,
not Cleveland cold.
Everything.
It don't get Cleveland cold in Utah.
No.
But the thing about Fano is he is the most versatile O-lineman in the draft. He can play all 5. He worked out at center at the combine, even.
And that's what the
Browns they show him there. And now he at guard now.
Tell me that the Browns don't need that.
Yeah, they do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They need somebody that can shift different plays. Somebody makes a play on their feet. You can switch to this, to that.
But I'm going to tell you something, too. Even with the players, though, you got to have good coaching like an O-line coach. Strength and conditioning is big in college because it sets the team up. But in the pros, if you don't have a guy – the guy don't have to be a Hall of Fame O-line coach, but he's got to be a knowledgeable, accomplished guy.
And,
you
don't
want a guy that's played in the league for 2 years. He's the O-line coach. Who do you got?
Wow. I thought
you was one off. You was one off.
Well, you got to protect Dart.
Yeah.
I thought for sure they were.
You have to. You got a defensive guy, which Harbaugh's a defensive guy, and he's had Lamar. You got to protect Dart.
They got 4 first-round defense guys up front. They don't need another D lineman. And I didn't know until his last concussion that he had 5 concussions by the time he went out the season. I said, man. I remember 2 of them. That one when he got hit on the sideline. That was crazy.
His concussions are his own fault.
You can't tell me that Harbaugh's not already putting together a Ravens type system.
Oh wow. All right. Cowboys have traded up 1 spot here to 11.
Oh God. They gonna do the Atlanta. He gonna be Atlanta. They gonna pick a kicker.
So the Giants, I guess tackle made sense for me. I had tackle as my 4th need for them.
Going back to the pick before them, it kind of makes sense though with Monken taking over the Browns. You've seen his offenses. You want somebody that can change positions, that can get out in the running game, can block. That actually makes sense from a coaching standpoint.
All right. The Cowboys trade here, it's 11 for 12, 177 and 180.
So a 5th and a.
I've never been a fan of that. You going on 1 spot and you giving up picks. I don't know. I've never been a fan.
148 was the 5th.
2-5.
2 5s.
Yeah, the compensatory selections.
I was wrong on both, but whatever. Close enough.
That's a big board, 6'5",
There's a lot of draft
330.
picks.
So I don't know who the Cowboys got to come up for downs, I would think. I did not see him falling out of the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Positional value, though, I guess, devalued in this scenario with a safety. The Cowboys, I guess it could be for Bain, though, too. Edge is my number one need for the Cowboys. Safety is my number 3. So, in terms of edge, again, the top guy is going to be Ruben Bain.
They need help. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I'm personally, being a defensive guy, I always believe in loading up the front instead of the back. Because if you got a stout 7, you can stop the run and the pass. If you load up the back with Hall of Famers and speed, you getting gas in the run game. Look at Pittsburgh. They paid $200-300 million for them guys, and they didn't do nothing a couple years ago.
The issue is that the Cowboys gave up the most 25-plus yard plays last year. They gave up 377 yards a game, and I believe they were also the worst defense in terms of points against per game. So that's what
I think they might be 2 years running because they were like that. They might have been slightly better than the year before. They've been almost like that 2 years running. When Quinn got there, they were all-time worst his first year.
Yeah, and I mean, they got.
I think if I'm Dallas, I don't know. I might go linebacker. I'm not going DB. I'm going up front because
who would be the line? There's no linebackers available here.
But listen, what they have now, those guys' alignment were off. I saw stuff in the preseason like, did these guys watch film? Like you had linebackers lining up outside the tackle. 2 backers, 4-2-5.
I don't disagree with you. Linebacker.
Maybe they were scared. I don't know.
Linebacker is my second need for Dallas. There's just not a guy value-wise at 11 at the linebacker position. So there was only one. Sonny Styles is the only guy that's going to be top half to top third, top 2/3 of the first, I think.
Well, the Cowboys are going to cowboy this.
But the Cowboys' second first-round pick, I think they could go linebacker, even trade back and get a linebacker like C.J. Allen. Or like we had in our mock draft last night, we had the Cowboys going Jacob Rodriguez at number 30, I believe it was.
Now, Texas Tech had a good defense. A lot of those guys are like Bailey, right? Did he go early? Or is he still there? Bailey's still there.
At number 2.
He went 2?
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
Jets.
He's not gonna do nothing with the Jets. I don't know why. He's not. He's not gonna do nothing with the Jets. He'll go there for 2 years and demand a trade, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's the mock draft has not gone so well so far for the FAA crew here. We got the first 2 picks right. That's it.
Shoot,
I don't know that the ESPN mock draft is going great right now either. So,
yeah, it really all hinged on the Titans. Again, the trade that John had us do for the Chiefs to get up to 3 for Arvell Reese, I didn't hate it. But I also didn't think it was going to happen. I thought Love was definitely going to go to Arizona, or they were going to trade out with someone, and maybe someone would take Arvell Reese or Jeremiah Love. But it really, I think the draft turned on the Titans. When the Titans picked Cardell Tate, I mean, for me, that threw everything off. I'm sure it might have for some other teams too in the top 10. But we're through 10 here, boys, and there's some good players still available here for Dallas, Miami. Rams are coming up, Mark.
Never forget that Mel Kiper said that he would leave his job if Casey Clausen was not a Super Bowl in year 6 or 7. So, our mock draft might be sideways, but that is okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what to look out for with the Rams now. Puka's in trouble. If the Rams take a receiver in the first round, they're not going to extend him. They're going to play it out and see if he matures these next 2 years.
I think if the Rams are on the clock and you have somebody like Bain right there, or your best available, you got to stop going. Sometimes, in my opinion, you got to stop going needs. You get the best player.
Yeah, if it's value for sure. I have the Rams because there's no linebackers. I would say tackle or Caleb Downs if he's there.
I would say Caleb too.
Caleb Downs.
He's not there. He's not there.
He was there.
Yeah, that makes too much sense here for Dallas. The lack of defense on the back end, big plays just plaguing them all season. So
I did like, believe it or not, what Jerry did getting the D tackle. Was that from the Giants with the Michael Parsons trade? Or was that Green Bay? No, that's the tackle they got from Green Bay, right? They did a swap, right?
Yep.
I'm talking about Rashawn Gary?
No, it wasn't Gary. Because the guy came
about in season last year, Quinnen Williams from the Jets.
That's what it was. Yes. Quentin Williams has always been good. He's always been, to me, one of the top tackles in the league. Like that guy, he's real humble. Like to hear him talk or speak, you would know that guy's aggressive like that. Like he is an anchor. He does not give up ground on the field. He's a soft smoking but a tough guy.
Yeah. I mean, definitely the defense should be.
Jerry sold tickets for that.
Yeah.
That's going to help him. That's going to help him a lot, though.
So the Dolphins here.
Dolphins on the clock.
They got a lot of options. They need a lot.
Yeah. I don't know what the owner's doing, bro.
I don't know if it's too early for Jamal McCoy because of the knee concerns with the ACL. But corner times 2 is my number 1 selection. My number 1 for Miami. Wide receiver is my number 2. So I could definitely see Mekhi Lemon going here. Mekhi Lemon would make a ton of sense. They need a number 1 wide receiver for Malik Willis. If not, going down the line here again, probably not going to take Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. And then guess what? It's edge again. So I feel like I've been talking about Reuben Bain since like the 6th pick. But I think eventually he's got to come off the board. And maybe Hafley wants to get defense with his first pick as Dolphins head coach. I don't know. But I would probably say they go Mekhi Lemon here, especially because more than likely, if they do not draft Mekhi Lemon, your Rams are going to draft Mekhi Lemon, Mark.
I don't disagree.
But pick is in here for Miami. And, yeah, I think Mekhi Lemon is my choice for the Dolphins. Unless they are okay. If they're okay with the medicals, I have corner above wide receiver. So I would go with McCoy if that's how they want to. Or they could go the other Tennessee corner. I don't think it's necessarily too early to go Colton Hood.
They get rid of a lot of talent, though, so you put yourself in a hole, man. Receivers gone. I mean, just –
yeah, they have no one outside, corners or receivers.
No.
I do like Malik Washington, though. He played pretty well last year. Mm-hmm. So I think he's going to be your your 2 or 3, depending on what they do.
Picks in. Let's
Yeah.
see.
This is what's backlogging it, though. We're picking all the guys that are at the draft.
What a get up right there.
Dude, I don't know how much I would hate myself if I had to sit behind that at a stadium. That guy with the big helmet on with all the flashing lights.
You didn't save money from last year to get there. You know, he's sitting behind him.
Ty Levin, telling you.
With the 12th pick in
Clemson.
the 2026 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Caden Proctor,
Oh,
Alabama.
Oh, there's a Lions target gone, Dennis. There's a Lions target. He gone.
he's a big old boy, guys. He's
Listen.
a big old boy.
Listen, we not going up front because they gotta keep Ali McNeil. He coming back from a torn ACL, and we got the guy last year from Ohio State. So
That's
we need depth. We can't. We get rid of McNeil or something, and the dude we picked.
We're not talking about D tackle, Dennis. He's an offensive tackle.
Oh.
This is what tells me about the Dolphins. They're going to shore up the front,
Well,
and they're going to pick somebody that they have. I think you can find your your franchise quarterback at a different draft slot than people think in the first 10, 15, 20.
the Dolphins ain't looking for a quarterback. They paid Malik. They like Malik.
Malik is good. Listen,
Well,
he was just
and that's what they're putting in front of them. But don't tell me that they won't draft somebody in the 3rd or 4th just in case.
Yeah,
no, not this year. I wouldn't.
Draft 1, but not high at all.
No.
You know,
Dude, he's good at what he does. I'm telling you, he's good at what he does.
I tell you, might be a good developmental guy, but he might be in the late round. Who's the guy we saw Rusty at the Senior Bowl? The lanky guy, was it Arkansas?
Taylor Green.
6'6". Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's athletic.
He just undrafted. Give him some work, pieces around him. I don't know. He has a lot of potential, but he has a lot more development to do.
Yeah, so what this pick is telling me is they're sliding Austin Jackson inside. And I don't know what they're going to – they're probably going to make Caden Proctor play right tackle because they already have Patrick Paul at left. So it's going to be our Georgia boy, Jamari Salyer, who they signed in the offseason from the Chargers. It's going to be him versus Austin Jackson at the right guard spot for competition in training camp.
Dude, he's a big boy. He is a big boy.
Yeah, because, I mean, when you look at – you put him in, you slide Austin Jackson inside. I mean, you have a very good offensive line in front of Malik Willis. Patrick Paul at left tackle, Jonas Avainea at left guard, Aaron Brewer at center, either Salyer or Jackson at right guard, and then Proctor at right tackle. I mean, that is some good protection. And I think even more importantly, because I think the kind of team that Hafley wants to go with because of the fact that they have one of the best running backs in the NFL in Devon Achane, this line's going to be able to run block for sure. All those guys are nasty in the run game.
He a big boy. I hope he can be in because he about to find out. Boy, in the league, it's different.
6'7", 352.
Ooh.
That's a good frame, yeah.
All right, Mark. Mark, what do you want to see here with the Los Angeles Rams, not the St. Louis Rams?
It's still St. Louis. No, I'm just kidding.
Rusty, why are you starting for Deblo?
I want Bane.
No. See, you
Bye,
know
Dennis.
Listen, don't say that. Don't say that.
We have so many needs We got an aging quarterback. We got a wide receiver that is getting his mind right. But this league is about getting after people. The SEC is about getting after people.
I mean, Seattle proved that. People talk about all the stuff on offense.
About that.
But Seattle proved defense still win championships to where they beat the Patriots down.
But because you have a quarterback, Mark, I think Caleb Lomu, tackle is my number 2 need for the Rams. That's probably too future forward thinking because of the guys that they already have. But I don't like Warren McClendon at right tackle. That's my issue with what they have. Alaric Jackson at left is fine. Warren McClendon I have an issue with at right. Inconsistency there. I would rather go – and Caleb Lomu, that's what he played at Utah. So true right tackle go in there. I think that would make sense. If not, Warren would make sense as well for me.
Outside of the top 10, I hate needs. I really do.
Or corner. I know they just got McDuffie.
I would take Tennessee's corner.
I know they got Watson and McDuffie, but I still think they need another one. I think they need another one. Jermon McCoy would be a pick.
I think they're good with McDuffie because I think with most teams, not too many teams have 2 really good ones. They got a good number 2 or an aging number 2 who was a 1, but
I agree with that.
I don't think too many teams. If you got a like an all-pro guy like McDuffie, with your scheme you can cover. That's why I say if you load the front with the front 7, it'll affect the run game and the pass coverage. If you try to get pretty on the back end, then you're getting gash. Run game, play action, it's all gonna come against you. So
if you can get pressure on somebody and you get the ball back, doesn't matter how old your quarterback is. I'm a firm believer.
Edge and wide receiver are my 4th and 5th needs, Mark. So there you go.
But you go best. I hate this. You go best available. Why would you leave Bain on the draft board? I just don't understand.
Because he's going to the Lions.
Miami wouldn't have been in the championship game without him.
Man, listen.
They had Akeem Messidor.
Get out. Get out of here.
But I do realistically though, what I think is going to happen is they're going to draft Mekhi Lemon. That's been a mocked pick a lot this week. Yeah,
it's in.
How about a shocker, Mark? They draft the future.
They draft the receiver. That's a shocker.
They draft the future of the franchise. Ty Simpson goes here.
Get out of here.
That would be insane. That would be wild.
That would be Sean McVay for you. And then he'd leave after 2 years.
No, Les Snead said they're focusing their draft on winning now. They're not focusing.
Hey, you heard what Snead said about or McVay said about trading Devontae. I wouldn't have said nothing. He admitted it. I was like, what? No, don't talk about it.
So why would you go get I'm telling you, Bain makes sense.
I think it's gonna be
no, he can't. Y'all can't tell him. We need him.
Mark, they're selling your boy Ty Simpson.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna switch to Panthers gear if this happens.
Lucky number 13 pick too, Mark. There you go. I think it should be mandated if you're drafting the first round. You almost always have to wear whatever pick number you got picked at, if it's available on your team.
With the 15th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select.
No fucking way! Oh my god!
Oh, there it is! I told you somebody was going to put in Atlanta. I told you somebody was going to put in Atlanta. Okay, look.
There it is.
That's bad. That's bad, bro.
I'm burning this.
Mark.
Listen, Stafford just won MVP, right? First team All-Pro.
I ain't wearing that shit no more.
Listen, Stafford just told you at the awards with his kids, I'm coming back. And then you crap in his face and do this?
Are you kidding me?
I'm blowing McVay phone up right now. Bro, what you doing? I just told you I'm coming back. You know what?
McVay's not even going to be around for his career. McVay wanted to retire 2 years ago.
That's a wasted pick, bro.
That's a wasted Aaron pick. Donald, and he should have just left.
I give Stafford 1 more year. I think he retires after this year.
I mean, you got to have a quarterback, but what are we doing? You're on the cusp.
First round?
Super Bowl.
First round? No. The dude just won MVP. Listen, remember Aaron Rodgers just won MVP, and they traded up.
I didn't mind Simpson going first round, but
this is worse.
Way too early.
Listen, this is worse than Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love was second round, wasn't he?
However, it makes sense.
No, 22nd.
It does make sense, though. The Rams are one of the few teams that can afford to sit him an entire season.
No, which I do think that your best quarterback
got to mature, and then Devontae, we don't know what Devontae going to do. They still talking about trading him.
Your best quarterbacks that set a year are Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers, all these guys that set. But I'm telling you, wow.
But see, I think now he's in a great system with McVay, but McVay hadn't really developed nobody. McVay got what won. His system made Jared Goff look good, but he didn't develop Jared Goff. Jared Goff is better in Detroit than he was with the Rams. Stafford was elite.
100%. 100% he's better in Detroit, and 100% that he had an NFL MVP. No offense to Tom Brady. We know the running back, Gurley, should have been MVP of that season, and then you didn't even use him in the playoff run.
Yeah. I think that's why he retired, too. I think the way he used him, he ran Gurley out the league because Gurley was great.
Oh, he should have been NFL MVP. Fuck Tom Brady.
The last 2 times the Rams have used the first round pick, it's been on an offensive player. It's been on a quarterback.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I don't like this only because to me it's disrespectful to Stafford. Stafford just had his best year, MVP, first team All-Pro. We know he's going to Hall of Fame, and then you take a quarterback.
How about
in the first half of the round?
How about exactly a decade apart, Jared Goff pick and Ty Simpson pick in the first round?
A decade?
Yep.
Listen.
So we'll trade him. We'll trade him to a different franchise where he can play better.
I mean, I would have got a whole different player. I think Stafford's owned enough. I would have told him.
Also, riddle me this: he had one season of football tape.
That's not enough. 15. If you're a first round guy, to me at quarterback, if you're a first round guy, you got to have 2 solid seasons. 2 against top teams.
I haven't been drinking, but somebody needs to pour me a drink. Where's it coming from? Where's it coming from?
Something to say about that.
Where's it coming from?
What they ought to do, they ought to be at Stafford's house right now. Let's get his reaction.
God dang. Dude, hey, everybody make fun of us if he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. I'm okay with that. But at the 13th pick, I'm saying you could have got him later on.
The Ravens picker is in here.
Maybe they draft Lamar's backup.
You know what? They might have been trying to get Simpson. Oh, we screwed. They got him. We can't get Simpson now. Who do we get?
I think this is Reuben Bain.
No.
They need some edge rush.
Dude, and he's a Baltimore just nasty guy.
The Baltimore Ravens select.
No. Why is Bain
bro? I hate you so much. I hate the Ravens.
We almost there.
So much.
Bain is going to Detroit, I'm telling you.
Bro, why is he dropping? Is there a character flaw?
No. Little arms.
Yeah.
Little arms.
he had that thing too, that a car accident.
Okay, listen. I promise you this. If he there, Detroit gonna take him. Some teams want a polished guy, but
Penn State. How did I do that perfectly? I brought the Penn State beer out for the Penn State.
I know it's not real. It's a sticker. Take the sticker off that can.
Nah, bro. Penn State branded. Look, it says Penn State on it. Yeah.
That's cool, yeah. So you're not gonna smash that. You're gonna drink it and keep it, right?
I have one more, so yeah. I hate this pick just because for one, he went to the Ravens, and for two, my goal the entire first round was to keep Aleva Vega Ione in Pennsylvania. He should have went to Pittsburgh or Philly. Here we are. It makes sense. Kinda. I didn't have interior O-line. I had center as a need for Baltimore. I didn't have guard. I know a lot of people did have guard as a need for Baltimore just because they didn't like, I guess, the John Simpson reunion there. But you look at Andrew Voorhees and John Simpson at guard, so Ione will beat one of those guys out. But they need to get a center eventually. I mean, they're starting Corey Bullock right now at center. I have no clue who Corey Bullock is. Just saying. The Bucks here, this could be a Kenyon Sadiq pick. Again, though, guess what my number one need for Tampa is?
No.
Edge rush. Edge rush.
No.
I think it's
look, they get Alex Anzalone from us, from Detroit. So look, he can rush. He'll rush.
No,
but he's a good rusher. He's a good
rusher.
He gets 1 to 2 sacks a year. He's a good rusher.
That's not a good rusher.
Listen, I'm spitballing because I want Bane.
They have
we get Bane, I'm drinking tonight. Look, I ain't got to work tomorrow. We get Bane, I'm drinking tonight.
Get
Look,
it.
My boss said I got the day off. I'm
Dennis,
please.
Dennis, do it, Dennis.
Other than Yaya Diaby, they have not much at edge. They signed Al-Qadim Muhammad this offseason. I do like Anthony
They're weak
Nelson.
on the edge. They weak. They've been stout in the middle.
I do really like Anthony Nelson. I've liked him for a couple of years. He's a great rotational guy on the Bucks edge there. They have Chris Braswell as well. Going into year 3 as a 24 second rounder. And then they have fourth rounder from last year.
They got to get offensive help because the receivers are older.
Kamara as well.
They need more help on catching the ball. What's his name towards ACL and came back, right? The number 2 guy. I think he had number 12. What's his name?
Jaquan McMillan, or not
number 2 guy with the Bucks.
Yeah, McMillan.
I gotta look this up now.
Yeah, McMillan.
No, it's not McMillan. He might have been 2 last. I don't mean the number. I mean he was the second best receiver.
Emeka Egbuka.
No, that was a rookie last year. No.
Chris Godwin.
Godwin, yes. I have not. He hasn't been close to himself since he tore his ACL. He should be back now because he tore it, I think, 2 years ago.
Yeah, but he broke his ankle. No, he broke his ankle 2 years ago. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think they're.
And Evans, did they re-sign or extend Evans?
No, he's in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Man.
But I think for the Bucks, what I got is either Bane or Jermod McCoy or Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. I have secondary and edge as a need for them up front. That's my top 3.
I'm going tiny and a wide out because they need a legitimate threat, somebody to help Baker. They're not going to – the division is weak, but it ain't that weak. You know, Carolina's getting better, stout defensively. They got a good corner, good front. You know, Atlanta, we don't know who's going to show up, but they got talent.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a a possible Kenyon Sadiq spot here, even with the re-signing of Kate Otten. There's your boy Kenyon Sadiq right up top there, number 3. Oh, Dylan Thieneman, I forgot about him. Yeah, he could go here too with the safety need that I have.
Because I don't think Tampa's really had a good tight end in a while. They got good wideouts, but like not a real good pass catcher.
No, I mean that's
what's his name? The rookie last year, was it Abuka? What's his name? He fell off halfway. He went from one of the best in the league the first 7-8 games to we don't know where he at.
We'll see if that's the direction.
All right. Yeah, I mean Mekhi Lemon's number 1 on ESPN's board left right now, so we'll see.
With the 15th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Ruben Bain.
There it is! Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There it is.
Home. Keeping them at home.
Okay, I'm gonna try to keep the language together. I just wasn't expecting that, so I just had to let it rip. Oh,
I told you it was going to happen.
Shut up, Rusty. let me live in my wishful thinking land for just a few seconds.
My other boy from Detroit goes, same thing. Yeah.
Hey, Dennis, I didn't get to keep Ione in Pennsylvania, so you don't get to get your boy.
See, you're mean, Russ. You're mean.
Mark didn't get his guy either. He got the guy he wanted 5 years from now.
Listen, I don't believe in misery love company. I believe in my company is good or just we was gonna get banged. Now it's all over.
No, Dennis, you're still good.
I feel like drinking for real anyway now, just to get my mind off of it.
You know who the Lions are gonna get here, Dennis, in 2 picks?
Oh.
They're gonna get a boy from Athens, Georgia. His name's Monroe Freeling to play left tackle for Dan Campbell.
No, they already said Sue. Panay Sue. Yeah, and he played it in college. Do you know this guy came in the league, never played right tackle, became a two-time first team All-Pro right tackle. So going back to left won't be as like it was going to the right.
So why wouldn't you want to keep him there?
No, you're keeping him
too. Lane Johnson. That happened with the Eagles too. Lane Johnson came into the league, played left at Oklahoma, played right for the Eagles, and was supposed to switch over once.
He's great. That dude was great the whole time. Even when he was hurt, he
was that retired? Jason Peters.
Peters, yeah.
Retired. Lane Johnson was supposed to slide over there, but they found Jordan Mailata in the 6th, 7th round. And that was history. But I think for Detroit, though, I think Monroe Freeling he's already a left tackle. He's one of the 2 true left tackles in the first round. Him and Caden Proctor were the only left tackles in the first round. So I think Detroit, Monroe Freeling makes a lot of sense there.
Listen, Frank, the O-line coach, great guy. I'm gonna tell you this: you move Panay. We can't afford to have a rebuild left tackle season after last year. Put Panay on left and let him train on the right, just like Panay did. At least Jared will see him coming.
Well, then it would be Caleb Lomu
if
you want to go right tackle. For the Jets here, okay, so they got David Bailey in tow. This is the first team we're seeing with their second first rounder tonight. So I would say this makes a ton of sense with Mekhi Lemon. I have corner actually as my number 2 need behind quarterback. They already got the edge rusher number 3 need. I just think Mekhi Lemon's too good to pass up here for the Jets, so I think that's where they're going to go. Otherwise, I would say Dermot McCoy.
This draft too.
I would say Dermot McCoy if they do not go Mekhi Lemon. Or if they're not okay with McCoy's injury, I'd say go Colton Hood. But yeah, I think with Mekhi Lemon being here, I did not expect him to be at 16. So I think that's a home run pick
What are you
value.
going to the Jets? He'll be a free agent in 2 years if he go to the Jets. Hey, that's in Pittsburgh this year, right?
Yes, sir.
Did they announce the numbers? Like how many there?
Over 300,000. Here you go.
That's the direction they go. Here comes the commissioner, the New York Jets' second pick of the night at number 16.
With the 16th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Kenyon Sadiq, tight end.
The Jets are Jets in here.
That's a very
Wasn't there like 2 picks
my
ago?
God.
Who was that? I think I was saying Tampa Bay, or you were saying Tampa Bay, right? Couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
That's absolutely hilarious. That's funny. I don't get it, right? I do not understand. They just spent a second round pick on Mason Taylor. They just did that last year, I think it was, or maybe it was 2 years. Regardless, they have a highly drafted tight end on a rookie deal already. And I don't get it.
I think their process just needs some rework because it all seems emotional.
Well, they had a massive need outside. There is no one to go along with Garrett Wilson. Like, who is
Nobody.
Gino going to throw the ball to other than Garrett Wilson?
And they're gonna lose him because they got to pay him. Did they pay him last year?
I honestly don't think they're going to line him up. They're not going to line him up at tight end. That's the thing. They're not going to line him.
Mason Taylor's the same kind of guy, though. Mason Taylor's not a big-time blocker either.
But you know, a lot of teams are going to more 12 personnel, though.
Yeah.
A lot of teams are going to more 12, and that could be part of it.
Sadiq's
They
a
got Frank Wright. Frank Wright's the offensive coordinator.
This has to be the vision of Aaron Glover. It has to be.
Aaron Glenn?
No, I would say Frank Wright, the OC.
Well, both.
Kenyon Sadiq's definitely the better blocker. Between him and Mason Taylor, most definitely Kenyon Sadiq's the better blocker. So I would put him in line and put Taylor out wide if that's how you want to do it. I just don't get it.
I'm not saying I'm going to draft him, but I mean, it's got to fit into what you're doing. Everybody had to agree to this, or somebody's losing a job in the next 1 or 2 years.
Oh, Darren Mooney.
But if you run a lot of 12, you really got to have enough depth on there. So you don't want to have one good guy, and you want to run a 12, but you don't have enough depth there. Guys can run or run routes, or some block, some can't. But it's been a growing trend the last couple of years, a 12 and some 13.
All right, Dennis, the Lions here.
I'm lost. I mean, okay, I'll give you. Hold on.
All right. So Dennis, are the Lions a win now team?
Yes. Listen, because I'm giving Jared Goff 2 years, then he's gonna have to move.
So that means my number one need for Detroit, edge. That means Akeem Messidor. He's 25 years old. He has to go to a win now team because his NFL life is going to be shorter than other rookies. So I think Akeem Messidor would make a ton of sense. They have consistently neglected Aiden Hutchinson by not getting him a partner outside. Consistently done that.
I thought something was going to get done in free agency. I thought they were going to spend something in free agency. Even though the max thing went like it went, okay, you could lower the bar and still offer them something. But I think they're still holding on to that high 2 first type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even after all that went south. And I don't want to give up the whole team to get max. And then, 2 years, we rebuilding again or whatever. I don't know. But we got to get Muhammad walked. Muhammad had 10, 11 sacks.
That's why I think Messidor makes sense. He's an older rookie.
And Muhammad played all across the line. He played D tackle and edge at his size. He was about the same size almost as Aaron Donald. And could rush, could hold, strong, athletic. But we need a guy. That's what made him. I mean, I would have thrown extra money at him to keep a guy like that. Because it's hard to get a guy with that size that can play anywhere on the front.
Yeah, so that, like I said, I think my top 2 picks would be Messidor or Conroe Freeling. Those are my 2, I would say, for Detroit. If they want to go Caleb Lomu at tackle instead, I think that's okay. But
I think they're done with the line. I think they're done with the line, what they did in the offseason. The trades we got, like with Houston, we swapped with Montgomery.
The shocking pick here would be a guy that's been a riser throughout the pre-draft, and that's Malachi Lawrence out of UCF. However, I think he's a little light for a 4.3. That's just my personal preference in terms of weight for edge rushers, but because he's
got to be edge. I mean, I don't know why we pick everything else good, but we cannot pick DBs. We cannot pick DBs.
Because Lawrence is 253. It's not terrible for a 4.3 end, but little light for me. I like a 4.3 end. I like 260 probably minimum.
Yeah, but if he's 260, he better be about 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
6'2". Listen, you're not Aaron Donald.
Lawrence is 6'4", 253 though. So
think about it. You 6'1", 6'2".
You got whoever this kid is on the.
Proud to be part of the global community of wish makers.
There you go.
Taking action to support Make-A-Wish.
Yes, sir.
World Wish Month. Tonight, you will have the opportunity to help grant an unforgettable wish. I'm joined here by Easton, a 14-year-old Lions fan whose wish is to announce the first round draft pick for his favorite team.
This is what we're going to get. Lee Hunter.
I'd like to ask all of you to join me in cheering on Easton. As he
nervous.
Take it away, Easton.
Dude, he's got a nicer suit than I got.
He's got to be nervous as I don't know what.
With the 17th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Blake Miller, tackle.
All right. All right. So that makes sense too, though, right? Total experienced guy, over 50 career starts in college. But Dennis, you're right about what they've said all offseason. Panay's going to left.
He's going to left, and the guy who comes in going to go to right.
Yeah,
but that makes all the sense because you don't want to leave Panay over there and Jarrett's Blindside is learning on the fly. Like that guy, you need an anchor for that guy.
At least I believe Blake Miller is the right tackle as far as I remember. But I could be wrong. I usually am.
No, you ain't that bad.
So
I think they took care of the main need early in the offseason with the guards and center. So we should have, other than Panay Sewell, we're going to have a whole new line.
Yeah, he's a right tackle. Yeah. So, 54 career starts at Clemson. Big time experience there. And
listen, one thing I'll say about Clemson, Clemson does produce NFL linemen, offense and defense. I will say that. They do develop a lot of linemen. They go on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, talk about size there. 6'7", 317 for Blake Miller.
Okay, think about 6'7", right? So you're a 6'2", 260-pound edge guy. Man, he gonna stab you out there like, where you going, Junior? One hand. One hand.
This is Dylan Thieneman, I think. Safety.
With the 18th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.
That's quick.
Minnesota Vikings select Caleb Banks,
Wow!
And
Holy shit! That is way too early. Way. My man is coming back from a broken foot surgery. Okay. And I also don't think that was on my needs for. Oh, baby. Guess who's on the clock, Dennis? The Philadelphia Eagles have came up. Oh, my gosh. We traded with the Cowboys. It is for Mekhi Lemon. I can tell you that. The Eagles are getting a weapon for Jalen Hurts. The Vikings, I did have interior D-line, actually, as my number 2 need. I had corner ×2, and then I had interior D-line. It makes sense positionally.
No, interior D-line for the Eagles?
No, for the Vikings.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the Eagles. Okay.
The Caleb Banks selection made sense for me in terms of what I had for their needs. It didn't make sense to me just based off what his injury situation was. So I don't know. Maybe their doctors are okay with it, but I had.
But you do know, whenever you break a bone, it does heal stronger than it was before. So a broken bone depends on where it's at. It's not as always detrimental to some other injuries. I think nowadays the worst is the Achilles. You tear an Achilles, that's worse than a broken bone.
But when you're 6'6", 327, and you have a broken foot,
mm-hmm.
that's a lot of weight going on that thing.
It is, but that's what I'm saying. I'm sure the teams did their due diligence in the rehab process, see where he's going, and they said he's probably full go. Do you know? Did they list when he broke it?
Mm-hmm.
Because it don't take 6 to 8 weeks for a bone to heal.
Oh, here you go. The NFL received a letter this week stating that after a CT scan on Tuesday, Banks is on pace to be fully cleared for full football activities in early June.
See?
All right.
So he'll probably get a little bit of work first, second preseason game. Because he's got to get in football shape and do that, so he's going to be doing some light work his way up. He's got to have at least 2 games under his belt before he starts. Because you pick even still that high, he's going to be a day one guy. Because training camps in June, I think.
July. They got OTAs though in June. Mini camp in May. I'm still waiting to hear what the trade details. So it looks like it's the Eagles up to 20 for 23, 114, and 137.
You said trade with Dallas?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So the Eagles gave up their 4th round pick, 114. Mm-hmm. They gave up both of their 4th round picks, 114 and 137, to come up 3 spots with the Cowboys. I'm telling you, it's going to be for Mekhi Lemon. You know why I know that?
They probably thought Dallas was going to get him.
Because they
and when he didn't get him, now they're going to go get him.
Because they did this before. They traded up with the Dallas Cowboys in 2018 to draft Devontae Smith. And they're doing the same thing, and I'm telling you it's going to be for a receiver. Dennis.
So AJ gone.
Boy, Ray here. He's
that's my son, my oldest son. You know what?
The Lions still raggedy regardless. LOL.
I think we played him this year. Hold on. I'm gonna have to look him up and see. Let me see our schedule. I think we do play the Panthers. Lions schedule 26.
Yeah, for the Panthers here, I think it's gonna be safety. Dylan Thieneman. Safety's my number 2 need, I think, here.
No, I wouldn't go safety. What you said for Panthers?
Yeah. No, center. I have center and corner, and then safety. But the issue is Dylan Thieneman and Amanda McNeil Warren both haven't gone yet. Those two are, I think, first-round picks for sure. Thieneman definitely should be. Otherwise, this could be Jermod McCoy. I have corner as a big-time need for Carolina.
That's about it. I don't.
2026 NFL Draft. The Carolina Panthers select Monroe Freeling.
That's fine too.
Is that who you just said?
No. So that's the tackle. All right, okay. That makes sense. So, Ike Ekwonu, the torn patellar tendon in the wild card game, coming back from that. They signed Rasheed Walker from the Packers in the offseason. It's only a 1-year deal though, so they get their future at the left tackle position in Monroe Freeling, and get to keep one of my Georgia Bulldogs on one of my teams. So, go Dogs. And this, I'm telling you, this for the Eagles, it's going to be Mekhi Lemon. The value is just too incredible here at number 20 to not pick him. I really don't see any other player that the value is that incredible that Howie would move up. So, yeah. I think it would make.
Oh yeah, we play the Panthers. We do play the Panthers. I need to remind my son that.
I think it would make a ton of sense here for the Eagles to go get Mekhi Lemon. And it makes sense too that they went above the Steelers, right? The Steelers were probably looking at Lemon too. They needed another wide receiver to pair with Pittman and Metcalf. Although I didn't have that as a first round kind of pick for the Steelers, because I thought they're going to go O-line, which I think still will. If Caleb Lomu isn't picked here, I think he goes to the Steelers. There you go.
With the 20th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Mekhi.
Yes, sir, baby! Woo! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Man.
Let's go. Lemon and Smith together. That's what
what's going to be crazy? What's going to be crazy is if Jalen Hurts have his best year without AJ.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about this pick is without AJ, they really don't have size on the outside at all. Unless by some miracle Johnny Wilson becomes something. I don't think that's going to happen, but because he has been terrible his first and second years. But if he does become something, then they would have. He's the only tall receiver they have. Lemon's 5'11". Devontae's short. He's 5'10", 5'9". So, yeah. But I love it. I love it. Dynamic playmaker. He won the freaking Biletnikoff this year. I mean, you're getting the best.
You know what? I didn't like his combine thing. And I'm like, I don't know who told him to do that, but the guy can play. And I'm glad some analysts went out there and said, hey, look, don't worry about how he was acting in Indy. That's a kid you want on your team. I saw probably 3 or 4.
Yeah. My boy Howie getting it done.
He was trying to act like St. Brown, but he wasn't St. Brown. Did you see it?
No.
And he was like, the whole time he wasn't sit still. His eyes was going like this, and he was close on the camera and like, man, what's up? But you look at the tape, the dude can play. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's going to be crazy, man. Smitty going to be number 1. He going to be number 2. AJ going to be pissed. They might as well go ahead and trade him to the Rams, because they talked about, McVay already said it. He tried to do it. He tried to send he tried to get AJ, and they're gonna give him Devontae.
You know what's funny? My teams with the Eagles trading up to 20, my 3 teams just picked back to back to back. Panthers
Really?
at 19, Eagles at 20, the Steelers at 21.
Why you like the Panthers? Hold on now. Don't be saying that online. My son might hear you. Hold on. Don't be saying that
Yeah,
online.
man. Yeah, I've always liked the Panthers. Yeah. Eagles, Steelers, Panthers. That's the order I like my 3 teams, yeah. Well, always been a Panthers fan. Mark,
See,
that's one of the things Mark and I have in common.
I can say this to you because you're under that 30-year-old thing. You're not 30 yet, right?
June 4th.
Okay. So what I tell my oldest son is for the younger, check this out, the air quotes, the younger generation, you guys have division winners. You got winners in every team. You can't just pick one team and go with that. You can't have 5 teams.
I've always liked 3 teams, and I don't care what anybody says, Dennis. I follow all 3 of them religiously.
What happened when they played each other, Russ?
That's why they're ranked. Eagles are first, Steelers are second, and the Panthers are third.
So it's just a coincidence that every time I have this discussion with somebody, all their teams are Super Bowl champions.
They
don't pick any bad teams.
When I started watching football in 2004, 2005-ish, that was when the Eagles played the Patriots Super Bowl 39. I asked my dad what teams he liked. He said the Eagles and the Panthers. And then the Steelers, they won the Super Bowl 40, next year. Yeah. So I kind of slid them into 2.
What's going on?
What up, Jimmy? Oh, yeah, he's drinking.
He saw that pick. He saw that pick. He's trying to sober up now.
I'm not sobering up. I'm getting more drunk.
Dennis, Jimmy's a Vikings fan. He just had.
I know. I'm saying he saw that pick, and I know he was over there celebrating.
Oh, I was not celebrating that pick. I was doing the opposite. I was all in on Dylan Theineman.
So I'm a Lions fan. I bet you weren't more pissed than me because I wanted Bane. I said we're getting him. We're getting him.
Ooh, yeah.
And when he didn't, I got the cussing and walked off. Yeah.
I know about Chase Burns, but like when I heard the guy on the TV go, he only played 3 games this year. I'm like, great, another injury-prone defensive player for the Vikings that it's going to play 4 to 5 games a year, just like half our roster every year. It's just like great. I love this. Let's get another Matt Khalil out there, another Sharif Floyd. Let's have some fun, guys. Let's have another guy that's going to like not play the back half of the year. Let's do it. Not like Chase Burns. Like, come on.
Like I said, Jimmy, interior D-line was my number 2 need for Minnesota. It made sense positionally. It did not make sense to me, the player. Here we go.
It didn't. Like, and I told you this on our last
Renegade's pod. Going, baby. Renegade.
Yeah, like I said this on our last pod. Like, I don't mind getting defensive line, but like I leaned more defensive line depth, like guys who get in round 3, 4, 5. I didn't think defensive line was a first round need for the Vikings. I thought again, Theineman I thought made a ton of sense for a first round need. Harrison Smith retiring, you want a guy up there, or even a guy like Jermon McCoy out of
Tennessee, yeah. And I keep saying if you're not okay with McCoy's injury, then go with his teammate, go Colton Hood. But the home team's on the board here. And I think it's tackle. I would go Caleb Lomu here. That would be my pick. They could shock everyone, though, and they could, in my mind, reach for a wide receiver. That would be Omar Cooper Jr. or Casey.
I don't think – well, I would go offense. I'd go receiver or tight end because DJ ain't enough.
6 Rome Bettis Leadership Award recipients, featuring both high school tackle players and flag football athletes. Jerome?
I'm drafting 33 right now. He ain't going to college. Take him right now. 33.
Recognizes high school football players who demonstrate leadership, character, and service, both on and off the field. Congratulations to each of you. We wish all of you the best as you continue your football journeys.
Was Jerome that nice to you, Dennis, when you played against him?
No, they want to shake our hand. We beat them 12-0 on their field, and we had to leave our gear on to get on the bus. And they threw bottles and bricks at us.
Pittsburgh Steelers select Max Ihanacho.
Oh, baby! Yeah! Woo! Well, Max Iheanacho, dude. Dennis, we saw this kid at the Senior Bowl. I absolutely loved this guy. Road grader.
That ain't the little guy. That's not the little guy. The corner or receiver.
It's a tackle. This kid, okay, guard tackle versatility, road grader in the run game, tenacious. I wanted him potentially for the Eagles, but I absolutely love him going to the Steelers. They had a tackle need with the Broderick Jones neck injury
That's
news.
good size too.
So I think what they're going to do is what the Lions are doing. They're going to flip Troy Faltanu to left tackle, put Iheanacho at right, and that's how they're going to go about their business. Yeah, he was a beast at Arizona State.
Good. He looks taller than 6'5".
Yeah, they have him on CBS Sports as 6'6", 321.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's a great selection for the Steelers. Dennis, I'm kind of mad. We got the Chargers coming up here. Our boy Tyler told me that he was coming on, or he agreed to come on. He's the Chargers fan. I mean,
call him or text him or tell him I said I beat him this year. He beat me last year. Hey, look, I know that's not him. He just got drafted. Don't he look a little bit like Michael Parsons in the face? Look at him.
I don't know.
If the family get out the way a little bit.
So the Chargers is an interesting one, okay? I have interior offensive line as ×2 as the number one need. I don't like their guards at all. They didn't re-sign Mekhi Becton, who wasn't playing that well anyways last season. I have interior D-line as the second need. I don't see the value at that position.
They don't have a lot of depth. They don't like D-line. They do not have a lot of depth.
Yeah, I like Caden McDonald, but not till later in the first round or early second. So in my mind, I'm going my third need here, and that's safety. I'm going Dylan Thieneman here.
Yay. Nice, Dylan.
The Vikings can trade a future first rounder for Thieneman.
We don't even have a general manager.
This is true.
What?
That's probably why.
I thought they got a new one right after they fired my man.
They haven't hired him. He's just an
What
interim.
happened, Jimmy?
He's an interim right now. It's just,
What's his name? Brodzinski?
It's Rob something.
Listen,
He's robbing me of joy right now.
We were in Alabama when it happened, and we saw it. I said, what? And then later we heard, how's he going? We just saw him. How is that possible?
This could be edge, though, too, right here. Messidor. Messidor would be the pick. Messidor or Lawrence. Yeah, because they need help. Tui Pelotu is on a contract year. So is Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack's 35.
Jacksonville last year. Here we go. The Chargers pick is in, and the commissioner is ready with the announcement.
With the 22nd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Hakeem Messidor.
Yeah.
Linebacker, Miami.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Edge rush was a priority for the Chargers. Like I said, Tui Pelotu is going into a contract year. Khalil Mack's 35, also in a contract.
That's what I said. Like, they got no depth. They got to do something with that. They got to do something.
Bud Dupree also in his 30s too, so makes a ton of sense here. And even better with the Chargers, the fact that they're a playoff caliber team. Messidor, 25-year-old rookie, he's going to be asked to play right away.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, boy, they're going to get the Chiefs all they want in that division.
Yeah, well, the Chiefs don't have a right tackle.
But you know what? Like the last 4 or 5 years, I want to say 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 5, they have had terrible tackles. They didn't went to the Super Bowl with no tackles. That's great coaching. Andy Reid is a genius.
All right, so the Dallas Cowboys here. They already got Caleb Downs. I would say this is edge. I would say Malachi Lawrence would be the pick for me. Or does what does Dallas run? 3-4, 4-3?
Dallas won a 4-3, I believe.
3-4. 3-4. Yeah, because they got a new system this year.
Oh, that's right. They going to a 3-4. They had been on a 4-3.
Yeah, under Christian Parker this year, they're running to a 4-3, or 3-4. I mean, so
but the tackle they got from the Jets though, he's a DT. He's not a nose guard. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy can play. That's going to be a huge adjustment, and he's an older player too.
Yeah, he'll be a 3-5 in there. More 3 than 5, but but yeah, with a 3-4, because I was just saying that just to double check on the possibilities at edge. I think Lawrence is really the only guy, because the other edge that would be in consideration is TJ Parker, but he's definitely a 4-3 D end.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really have a backup for Dallas here if they do not go edge, because they already went safety. And I think it's too early for the linebackers, CJ Allen and Jacob Rodriguez. However, they could go corner. I mean, guys, it's crazy, right?
It was a lot of good corners that they combined.
We've had one corner go. One.
Yeah, that's
and Dallas needs it.
Probably a record. That's probably
Dallas
a record.
needs it. So Jermod McCoy, I mean, I think if any team would take a chance on an injury guy like that, I think it would be the Cowboys, because it worked out when they took Siobhan Ravel. Yeah, he was coming off the ACL, and he played pretty well last year. So,
and since they lost old boy, he ain't been on since he's a first team All Pro, the rookie that's gone to Green Bay. And Green Bay, what's his name? Brother, the Bills receiver's brother.
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs. They cut him. So
yeah, he just finished the season, then he was on the street. But I think the Cowboys just paid 26. He's the best corner they got. They don't have a lot on that back end. I would probably go corner.
Who, Deron Bland?
Yeah, I'd get a bigger guy.
He did not have a good year last year.
No. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I don't think he did anything outstanding when I think he led the league in pick sixes. Is a system, right time, right place. Because if you that dude, you're gonna be close to that before that and after that.
I think the Cowboys were one of those dumb situations where they paid for an inconsistent stat. There was absolutely no shot that he was going to reproduce those numbers.
No.
Year over year. And that's
Didn't he go like 3 games in a row?
But that's what I said last night on our mock draft
about
Isaiah Rodgers. There is absolutely no shot Isaiah Rodgers duplicates his 2025. I'm sorry, Jimmy, but that's the truth.
But check this out, okay? I'll give you a coach, Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, since he left Seattle, he started with Seattle, but
don't
he peaks. Dan Quinn's defense peaks the first year with the team he's with. He did it with Seattle, where he had some longevity there. Looked out Atlanta, took him to the Super Bowl, and then with Washington. The first year Quinn is with a team, I would say probably except Dallas. Dallas, they were trash.
Jimmy, the Vikings have 49. They can come up and get them.
Yeah.
first round pick and 49 for 23 or 24.
Oh, yeah.
The Browns won it. The Browns won it, Jimmy. The Browns want the first rounder.
No, Browns are going to I thought were going to take Caleb Downs, but I think they might take Thieneman and just make me just
Boom, baby. I am on a hot heater right now, boys.
About 3 out of 4, ain't it?
Malachi Lawrence. Yeah. I think I've picked the last.
I think you got the last 3 out of 4 right.
Yeah, I got the Eagles and Mekhi Lemon right. I got the right position, wrong player with the Steelers.
One of them you missed, the guy from Tampa.
And then I got the Chargers.
He picked him, and he goes the next pick.
I got the Chargers right. Yeah, Kenyon Sadiq. Yeah, I got the Chargers right with Akeem Messidor, and I got the Cowboys right here with.
Now that's a good size for a 3-4, 6'4", 253. He like 6'4" and 3/4. I think it said. That's a good size for an outside guy.
Yeah, I really like his size for an outside linebacker in the 3-4 there. I think that's a good one.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick for Dallas.
Unfortunately, it's in Dallas, but
that's a good pick.
Oh, the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, I mean that's a great first round for Dallas. Yeah, you got Caleb Downs on the back end, Malachi Lawrence up front. Yep, there you go.
They're gonna be tough this year. I hate Dallas. I hate to say it, but listen, they got a top flight offense with the receivers, and Dallas that gonna put up numbers.
Crestwood, Kentucky, wherever that is.
That's not even on the map, is it?
Is that in the boonies? Is that in the boonies or something?
It might be in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like the corner of the map, right there, right in the very corner.
All right. Well, here we got the Browns. So, what the Browns got? Who do they get?
Yeah, I'm gonna say corner.
Yeah, so they got Fano. They got the tackle, their first pick at 9. And they traded back to 9 to get Fano. I think wide receiver here would make a ton of sense. So that would be Omar Cooper Jr. or Casey Concepcion. I think Omar Cooper would make a ton of sense for what the Browns want to do.
I don't know. I think they had a pretty good young group come in last year. 2 or 3 good guys that flashed at different times of the season. Well, that one guy, he was a slot they had. He was Shadour's favorite. He really thrived with him.
They don't have
Shadour only had 1,200 yards passing, but this guy caught most of his balls. But they have some young talent, but they got to replace Njoku. They got to.
This is one of the worst wide receiver rooms in the league, man. Yeah. They got Jerry Jeudy and a bunch of dudes. Ced Tillman, Isaiah Bond, Tylan Wallace, Gage Larvadane, Malachi Corley, Jamari Thrash.
I ain't seen Jeudy do enough, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So, Jimmy, where's Caroline? Who's she want?
She's asleep right now. I'm trying to not be too loud.
So he's talking down. Yeah. This is my night voice.
Yeah. Trust me.
That's a good husband. That's a good husband. That's a good husband. We can yell for you. You just go like this, and we can yell for you.
I asked Caroline before the draft, like, "Oh, who do you think the Browns should take?" And she just goes, "It doesn't matter. They suck no matter what." Honestly, the realest Brown fan I've ever met.
But like I said, I think Omar Cooper would be the pick for me. Wide receiver ×2 is my second need behind quarterback. I just don't think the Browns are going to take a quarterback, even though that is my number one need. Safety, like you said, though, Jimmy, Thieneman makes a ton of sense at safety. I mean, they don't have a terrible safety room with Grant Delpit and Ronnie Hickman. The issue is the depth. Daniel Thomas, Donovan McMillan, Christopher Edmonds.
I tell you a reach. And we saw him, and he was climbing up the draft board. We saw him in Alabama. The tall kid, was it a D2 school or something in Michigan? Real tall, lanky, 6'4". He was mossing guys at the practice we were at in Alabama.
You're not talking about Tyson Montgomery?
Was that him?
Ty Montgomery?
I think he had 4.
From John Carroll?
4? Outside guy. He's
From
about
John
6'4". I won't say he's about 6'4", maybe 190 or something. He's tall and kind of lanky.
From John Carroll.
I take your word on it. But I know after we left Alabama the last couple of weeks, really like the last month, I was hearing how he was just climbing the board, and teams were really impressed with him.
He's lucky to get drafted if he does.
With the 24th pick in the 2026
Competition.
NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Casey Concepcion.
Yeah.
Wide receiver, Texas A&M.
That's fine. Like I said, Omar Cooper or Casey Concepcion makes a ton of sense.
Oh my God, the Bears are going to take Dylan Thieneman. I'm going to
had to be wide receiver. They with at least one wide receiver. And the thing I really like about Casey Concepcion, him and Zachariah Brandt's probably going to get drafted tomorrow. Those are the top 2 guys at wide receiver that are also great punt returners. So Cleveland gets a twofer here with Concepcion being able to be an excellent punt returner as well.
Good ball.
Yeah, 6 foot 196. Yeah, there he is. Just in space. You get the ball in space for him. He's gone.
He looks lighter than 190. You said 196.
That's what CBS has him as.
Look at that.
Yeah, dude. There's the punt return. Yeah.
Man.
And the thing is, even before this, I remember his tape from NC State. He was a monster at NC State, punt returning wise.
Really?
And increased his offensive production at A&M. So, yeah, he was a monster at punt return.
So he was just primarily a punt returner at State, and then he did both at
at NC State, he got involved a little bit offensively, more so, obviously, it's just like everyone, you get more playing time starting as you move through the years, but he got more involved offensively, and then once he got to A&M, that's where he really exploded on the offensive side of the ball. Jimmy, I don't know if the Bears are necessarily taking. I don't have safety. They do need safety though. That's my 4th need for them.
I don't know. It's defense.
He's the best player left in the draft.
I got edge as my number 1 here for Chicago.
They lost Edmonds too. I forgot about that. They lost about 3 or 4 guys on defense, didn't they?
Yeah.
Edmonds was a heck of a player. But they got my man, I think, Snead from the Commanders.
The safety, they filled that. They got Cam Lewis and Kobe Bryant in free agency to fill out the safety room. So I don't think that's an immediate need in the first round.
And they still got Snead too, don't they? Snead got better since he left the Commanders. He had a good year with them.
Who?
6'6" DN from the Commanders went to Chicago.
Montez Sweat.
We're talking about. I don't know why I got Snead. I'm sorry.
I
knew the height, the description. The name.
But no, Dennis, you're on the right track though. With my number 1 need is edge. So and they run a 4-3 in Chicago. Yeah. So TJ Parker makes a ton of sense here for me. Out of Clemson. Production dropped last year,
Mhm.
but it's another guy that's ready to play right away just based off how many games he played in college. Great sack production in 2024, was expected to be a top 10 guy this year.
Was he a senior or was he a junior this year when he came out?
Senior / super senior plus, I think. Whatever.
So he's
I
pushing
think-
30.
No, I think he's
No,
still,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, though. Yeah.
I think he's still only like 23, 24, but
See, I'm not a big fan of an older guy that comes out 25. Oh, he's the best player. Well, he should be. He's been in college longer. So I mean, you should have more tackles or more receptions if you've been there 3 years longer than most guys.
he's not like Messidor. He's not like Messidor, but he's 25. But Dennis, that's what the draft is getting older every year because guys are staying.
But
It's all about that college athletics.
I mean, but now this thing getting out of hand. You're hearing about guys getting 7, 8, 9 years in college. Come on, bro. Go get out of college. Just stop coming. Like, come on, really?
Hey, boys, the Texans are up after the Bears here. They came up with
They should draft a quarterback. They should draft a quarterback.
2 spots from 28 to 26.
I'm drafting a quarterback. I don't care because they got a Super Bowl winning defense right now.
You know, I think that's for a tackle. They got in front of San Francisco.
They gave us we got one of their guards in the trade with Montgomery, so probably go line. I think they lost 2 or 3 of their guys. They lost at least 2 in off season.
Well, they've been trying to remake it, the O line, for 2 years now.
But get this. CJ's first year, they beat the Browns in the playoff in the first round, right? The Browns had like a top 3 defense then. They were manhandling the Browns like little kids. CJ had all day. His first year in the league, first playoff game. It was crazy. And I don't know what happened to their line after that.
I don't know. But I think just jumping 2 spots above San Francisco was a prime tackle destination. So especially with the receivers gone, other than Omar Cooper, I think San Fran was looking at Caleb Lomu at tackle. So I think that's where the Texans are probably going to go because he's really the only tackle left. We've had a ton of OTs go, more than I thought we would by this point in the draft. But there goes Chicago. Go Bears!
With the 20.
Right.
25th pick,
He forgot the year?
NFL draft. The Chicago Bears select Dylan.
Here it is, Jimmy. Yes. The Vikings got to play against him twice a year now. He's going to pick off Kyler Murray the first time they play him.
Jimmy finna go to bed. You finna go to bed, Jimmy? He's finna go.
Bye, Jimmy. Nice knowing you. Yeah, again, I didn't have the safety as a top need for Chicago because of the signings of Kobe Bryant and Cam Lewis in the offseason. The depth I didn't really like, so that makes sense that with that avenue there, but I still thought your route, Dennis, the thing is if you can't get after the quarterback, eventually he's going to find someone to throw the ball to, right?
Listen, any starting quarterback with the NFL, if you give him 5-6 seconds, he'll pick you apart, I believe.
Yeah. So, and their rush was terrible last year.
You only have a few D tackles that can play the run and pass, right? But if you get edge guys that can go across the board, you can scheme to put pressure on those guys with 4 instead of running, 5 or 6 pressures at a guy. You can have average guys cover on the back end, and you load up the front so you can kill them both.
Yeah, so the Texans here, we got the trade details. It's 26 and 91 from Buffalo. So that's going to be a
That's
first
what,
and a
4, 3, 6, 90.
3.
That's third round. Yeah, that's
It's going to be a 1 and a 3 going to the Texans. And the Texans gave up 28, 69, and 168. So it's a 1 and a 3 from Buffalo for a 1, a 3, and
4,
a 5.
5, 160. Okay.
Yeah, 168. So
Hey,
1 and
listen,
for a 1, 3, and a 5.
We need to call somebody for James. I don't think he's moving. He's moving.
I'm still here. I wish I wasn't, but I'm still here.
Listen, I feel your pain because I was finna tear this room up right here when they took Bane. Man, that's not right. I was finna order his jersey. Man, if we can just get somebody with Hutch, we gonna run the division.
Yeah, so I for the Texans here, I'm going Caleb Lomu. Tackle wasn't a top need for me for Houston, but I think the value for Lomu makes a lot of sense. And although they could go edge too, I have edge as my number 2 need.
No, not these are Texans.
Well, you think about it. So Will Anderson's a monster. He's locked up long term, right? But Danielle Hunter's over 30 now. So
don't they got Griffin from Minnesota?
Who?
Griffin.
Everson Griffin. He's been retired for like half a decade.
Jonathan Grenard.
I thought they had the edge guy from
Yeah, Jonathan Grenard. That you're talking about?
From Minnesota.
No, he's still with the Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings are going to trade him to the Eagles, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I'm not touching that front. If anything, I'd go corner. I wouldn't touch that front 7 because they are stout.
Oh, here we go. Another trade, boys. Dolphins coming up to 27 with San Fran.
Oh, Dolphins. Woo.
It's 30 and 90 for 27 and 138. So a 1 and a 3 for a 1 and a 4. You go Houston. Again, I think this is Caleb Lomu, more than likely.
In New England the following weekend. Here's the commissioner.
If it's not, it's an interior D line or interior O line. Chase Basantis.
It's got to be a corner.
No, I think it's
the Houston Texans select Keelan Rutledge.
Wow.
Georgia Tech.
So it was interior O line. That was my number 1 need for Houston. However, I didn't see Rutledge.
That's a good need. That's a good need.
Teams drafting number 1 needs in the first round. I think they lost their whole interior.
Like, I didn't see Rutledge as a first rounder. I heard inklings that he could go higher than people think. I thought he was going to go tomorrow, but it's not a bad pick by far. I mean, Keelan Rutledge
worse than the Vikings pick.
Monster inside, road grading runs. There you go. Yeah, just moves boys out of the way. So I really like that protection for CJ Stroud. Makes a ton of sense. And again, my number 1 need was interior O-line. I thought there wasn't really any guys value-wise. I thought that
because we gave Montgomery, so they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna make that point of emphasis this year. But Stroud has got to do better, bro. He can't be just giving the ball away like Santa Claus.
I mean, okay, so the Dolphins here, they got the tackle, right? They got Caden Proctor at 12.
It don't even matter. It's the Dolphins. They just don't be so bad.
This is a corner all day. It's a corner. It has to be. We've had 1 corner, people. Take it.
Ooh, they're going to take a corner and take away another need from the Vikings.
I think they're going to take a kicker. I'm just bullshitting.
So I
Mike
think
Nugent.
especially at 27. At 27, I think you have to be comfortable at this point with Jamal McCoy's injury.
Best player, 27, best player. Let's take the best player.
I don't know.
Bro, listen, they gave up a lot of good talent. You don't take a guy.
So do you go and get
The one thing, though, I will say is it's similar to what we had earlier in the top 10 here. You look at who they jumped, right? They jumped Kansas City and Buffalo. What do those two teams need? Corner and wide receiver. So Chiefs don't need corner anymore, right? They got Mansour Delaney at number 6. But
that's a big drop off for McDuffie, though. That dude, he got to prove, he got to grow to McDuffie. So that's not a field plug and play.
Right, but Buffalo hasn't picked yet. I have corner and wide receiver as some of their top needs, and the Chiefs
receiver got to be them.
I can't wait for there to be no corners in the second round for the Vikings.
So
it's got to be the wide receiver.
It's got to be.
I'm open.
I mean, okay, you lost 2 of the top receivers in the league in one off season. And there were 2 ones.
But would you rather have the number 2 corner or the number, what are we at, 5 wide receiver?
No, I'm getting Malika a receiver, man. I got to get Malika a good receiver.
Yeah, this would be wide receiver number 5 here. I'd rather take the second corner. That's just me.
Wouldn't that be Denzel Boston?
I tell you what I'd
rather take the second corner.
I take if there's a better route runner. A guy could be low on the board for receiver, but he might be more sharper as a route runner as opposed to a deep ball or a possession guy, X or Y. If you got a good route runner, you can take him. I do that. But you got to give Malik some help. Malik, you just lost 2 great receivers. And now he's just throwing the ball up. Who back there? We don't even know.
Jimmy's right. If it's a wide receiver, I think it would be Boston.
I got to agree with Rusty, though. I don't think, even with the new contract to Malik Willis, I think this team might be looking to tank looking into next year's quarterback class.
Oh, I agree.
Sure, you could take Boston, but, like, I'd rather take a corner and fill this team out. Because, let's be honest, I don't think Miami even looks at next season as anything other than a lost season.
They got 12 owners, so it's hard to know what they're thinking.
And it's a defensive head coach, too, in Halfley. So.
Yeah. I think they're going to set themselves up long-term. And as much as I do like Denzel Boston, I don't think they look at Malik Willis as their long-term guy. I think they'd rather just kind of take long-term projects like cornerbacks, which usually take longer to develop at the NFL level. I think a guy like
I think Malik is going to grow up there a little bit through all the rough days there, and he's going to be even better when he goes to the next team.
He could. I'm not saying Malik isn't talented. I think
he's in a bad
just
spot.
Miami would rather take a risk at going at a top flight quarterback prospect next year.
All right. So they did go corner. But how about both of the Tennessee boys getting passed by Chris Johnson? That is John Babington.
Oh, that's a guy I wanted for the Vikings in the second round.
John Babington favorite right there.
Let me tell you something. That's one position I don't want to touch with the Lions because we strike out. We can pick everybody on the field, but we cannot pick DBs. We got lucky with Kirby and Branch.
So we picked Chris Johnson 32nd last night for the Seahawks in our mock draft.
Oh, that was a heck of a play.
But he has been, I will say, the hottest riser of anyone in the pre-draft. I mean, he just aced every single step that he had. And it's tough. It's tough to do that.
I think somebody did a clip on him about a month ago. I think I remember seeing a clip on him talking about him rising, an individual clip.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, coming from a G5 to get into the first round, that's incredibly impressive.
Oh, Patriots traded up. Oh, they made the pick. Ooh, I bet it's going to be a guy I would really like the Vikings to draft.
It's got to be a receiver, bro. They ain't got nobody.
Divisional trade. It's,
I don't know. Would it be a wide receiver they just traded for 8? Well, it hasn't been official yet, but they're going to get A.J. Brown.
Wait, who they trading with?
Philly.
Buffalo.
I mean,
It's 28, 31, and 125, so it's a 4 going back to Buffalo.
Philly.
what's up with Buffalo and trading back in the late first round? And it always backfires.
Oh, so you know what they're doing. You said they traded with Philly, right?
Well,
This, coming ahead of the Chiefs, that could be for one of two things.
Because I was going to say AJ's going there, and then that would make sense because they already got another receiver in Philly with Smitty.
I wouldn't hate the idea of getting both A.J. Brown and Denzel Boston to New England because A.J. Brown's a vet. You get the new kid in late first round. Don't have the pressure on Boston.
Look, I don't like the quarterback with the Patriots. I'll tell you that. He got lucky and fortunate. I do not like the guy. I didn't like him in college. He's too up and down.
And it is a Vrabel team. He loves his defense. But I feel like that defense is super stout, even without drafting here. I almost think they'd rather try to get some help to Drake May. And hey, you're from Massachusetts. Get the kid with the last name Boston. It makes too much sense.
That's who I had in mind, Caleb Logan. They had to get ahead of the Chiefs here.
Wasn't he way down on the chart, though? Wasn't he way down? I thought he was
No. Rusty and I had this guy mid-20s at some point. We liked his versatility on the offensive line.
Yeah, well, he's a guy that's a right tackle.
Oh, you know why they did that, don't you?
I think he can play guard, but
they did that for the guy they picked last year, who's like, I'm gonna go in there. Yeah, yes, I promise you, he's gonna be the left tackle. Oh boy, lost his job.
Dennis, he's not. Will Campbell is the left tackle, and Caleb Lomu is gonna sit for a year, give a swing tackle duties, and then he'll replace Morgan Moses when Morgan Moses leaves next year.
Did you see the Super Bowl?
I did, but it's also the fourth.
No one played well in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to point out just Will Campbell.
but we talk about all time. Like
he was only a rookie, so.
but he was.
Will Campbell was a key contributor to a team that made the Super Bowl after having a 4-13 season.
They beat one winning team. They beat one winning team to get there.
Did they have to beat winning teams in the playoffs? Yeah.
Everybody beat it were bad. They had losing records.
It doesn't matter.
Did Denver have a losing record in the AFC Championship on home soil?
Listen, if he didn't break his leg, I think they'd have won the game.
I agree. But the fact of the matter is you don't spend the 4th overall pick on a tackle to discard him after one season. You don't. That's bad business. That's terrible business.
It is.
And Will Campbell, statistically and with advanced metrics, had a pretty solid rookie season despite a poor Super Bowl performance. You can't just give up on him early 20s, 4th overall pick because of what he did on the biggest stage of his career. And it's just that's putting. I mean, that's like giving up on like.
I tell you what, I ain't giving up on it, but he know right now his job in jeopardy. He not locked solid. He coming in and think he got it. He didn't put on weight. The Panthers, what's the left tackle you were talking about earlier? He was so bad his rookie season. Top pick. I think he was top 10. Yes. Oh my God. And then I mean, he was getting beat like he stole something in the preseason by bums who work at Walmart in the offseason. I'm like, you got one dude to block, and you look at him, don't touch him, don't kick step. And then almost got Bryce, was it Bryce or whoever was there, almost got him killed. So he seemed to be doing good halfway through the rookie season and got better, but then the start of the second season, it was just bad. So I don't know. But you pick a guy high, you pin on all that money. I'm not gonna give it a pass, but like, hey, I'm telling everybody, your job up for grab, bro. Like you gotta do better. You gotta give me way more than that. I'm bringing him here to make you better. If you don't do it, he got your job.
Well, he doesn't play left tackle, so.
Yeah, I think this is more to solidify the right side of the offensive line.
Yeah, he's going to replace Morgan Moses when Moses leaves next year. for the Chiefs here, it's an interesting situation. That's why the Patriots came up. The Chiefs have a tackle need.
They always have a tackle need too.
They got the lane at 6, and the issue is there are no tackles worth this selection. There aren't really. The tackles have been going like crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if this is Omar Cooper. I didn't have wide receiver as the highest need for me for the Chiefs.
I'm probably going corner.
But
you're gonna need depth back here.
I had corner times 2 is my number one need. So
with Denver and the Chargers doing what they're doing.
I mean, again, we've only had one corner go, right? Or 2 now with Chris Johnson. But you have your pick of the 2 Tennessee guys. You want McCoy or Hood? Like you got options at corner.
I think it's got to be corner.
So with already taking one, I mean, it's interesting. We don't see that often.
I think they've replaced everybody they lost, right?
There you go, Dennis. Yeah, comments talking straight to you.
Yeah, that's my son. That's okay. I'll deal with him. Yeah.
Get him, Ray. Get him.
Yeah. I might pull up on Ray tomorrow since I got tomorrow off. Yeah.
Oh shoot! Here we go. The Jets coming back up in here, boys.
Oh, listen, I can't get excited about the Jets.
Niners are out of the first round.
Listen, you can get the Jets.
Wanted to pick offensive linemen.
17 picks in the first round, and it still won't go right.
It's 30 for 33 and 179. So 30 for 33 and 179 for the Jets. 179, I believe that's 6. 5th. Penn Story 5th. So it's a 5th rounder to move up 3 spots there. 33 to 30.
Who would you say?
It's probably Cooper or McCoy or Hood.
Look, you can't name 3. Pick one.
McCoy. Wow. All right. Interior D line.
6'2", 298.
Oh, an interior D line.
Holy crap.
I bet this one played more than 3 games in this draft eligible year.
Speaking of D tackle, what happened to their star guy? Is he still getting paid? I know he's with the team.
Chris Jones? Yeah, he's still there.
Chris Jones is just getting old, but Peter Woods. It's an interesting one for Kansas City for sure.
That's good depth. That's good depth. They haven't had an edge in a while though, have they?
Hey, Karlaftis, do you not believe in my guy?
Yeah, they have Karlaftis. That's why I had edge as a need, 3rd need there. Interior D line wasn't until my 5th need for Kansas City. I thought there were other players they could have taken, like the corners or Omar Cooper.
Man, Woods look like he just got married. Look at everybody at the white party.
That's what I said. They first showed him. I was like,
do you think they're going to line him up just right in the trenches, or are they going to move him outside?
I think he knew he was going to the Jets, y'all.
He's inside all day.
Oh, he's going to Chiefs. Jets on the clock. Okay. No, I saw the green jet and then the green suit.
I don't believe he's going to be inside all day.
Yes, he's a defensive tackle.
Yeah, he's not an edge guy.
You guys think Chase Burns can play the edge, or do you think his foot's going to give out about 10 minutes into it?
Who is Chase Burns?
Oh, who am I getting the?
For the
Cincinnati. Who the Vikings take? I hate him so much I didn't get his name.
Why don't you take Falk right there?
Caleb Banks.
Banks Burns. Who cares? He's going to burn out anyway. Take that to the bank.
Hey, I didn't see the interview, but is it true that Kyler Murray really tell the media like the guys need to get on my page or my scene, something like that? Did he really flip out?
I didn't see anything like that.
I saw it on a couple podcasts, and they were saying that he was like they need to get on my page, my kind of movement. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But that
Get on
sounds
my
like,
page, man. Get on my page when I play Call of Duty all day. And
I gotta
fucking
believe
playbook.
here. I gotta believe here for the Jet. This has to be corner.
Oh yay, another guy the Vikings won't be able to draft.
The fact that we've only had 2 and both the Tennessee kids are available, that's insane.
30th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.
you're right.
Select Omar Cooper Jr.
All right.
So that wide receiver.
Indiana.
So they took a tight end and wide receiver in the first round.
It was either corner or wide receiver. And Cooper was the last first round kind of guy at that position. So it made sense. Wide receiver, I think, was, I don't know, my number 3 need for them or whatever after quarterback and corner. No, 4, because quarterback, corner, edge, and then
I don't even know who's the quarterback this year with them.
Geno Smith.
Oh God, no!
Dude, they're on the fast track to Arch Manning.
And
I thought he worked at Walmart. My bad. Oh God.
You worked at Walmart.
He seems more of a Dollar General kind of guy.
Yeah, Jimmy, you're getting some love here.
Hold on,
Thanks.
son. Oh, you gonna turn on your daddy, huh? I see how you do. Okay.
James is clearly a real fan, he said.
That's my oldest son saying it to you. So, okay, listen. He just affected his ranking. I want him to know this online. The rankings have been affected now. He is number 3. I got 3 sons. He's been demoted to last. My baby boy is number 1. Did the middle one. Rankings could change.
So the Jets. Oh man, the Bills have traded out again. The Titans are on the clock, y'all.
It's got to be a receiver for the quarterback.
No, the Titans already got a receiver.
Listen, they have no depth.
They drafted
Offensively, they need a lot of help out there. They need depth.
I think it's interior O line.
Yeah, because that was bad. That was bottom 5. They were bottom 5 in the league, offensive line.
Seattle has a need there too. I think that would be the need. I think that would be Chase Besantis out of A&M. That would be the last kind of interior guy that I see in the first. If not,
I don't really see another O-line guy.
Well, they said the Bills pick is in. But I don't.
So if the Bills somehow take a receiver, they're done with AJ.
The Titans are definitely on the clock. The Bills gave up 31, 69, and 165 for 35, 66, and 101. Dang, the Bills made out good on that, man. 4 spots. You move up 3 in the 3rd round. You move up from the 5th to the 4th. They just moved into the number 1 pick in the 4th round. They moved up 64 spots for that 3rd pick. Right. But yeah, I don't know. Titans wise, again, I have interior line. I don't think there's any tackles here. Definitely not any wide receivers because they already got Tate anyways. Edge though, edge could be something.
So he is one player that remains in the green room tonight with 2 selections remaining. We have the
TJ Parker's a 4-3 guy. And they run a 4-3. So this could be Parker here or Keldrick Falk. I wouldn't be surprised if either of those guys are going. Okay, we're getting the pick. But yeah, Falk or Parker would make sense for edge if they're going that route. But like I said, other than that, interior O-line, my number 1 need, and that would be Chase Besantis for me. Titans are a hard team to figure out.
They got a lot to build.
Yes, Ray's on with me. O-line.
Yeah. Like I said, you can't go wrong with that. They were bottom 5 in the league.
Before the Titans pick, congratulations, you set a record for the first night of the draft.
Yeah.
320,000 people here.
There you go, Dennis. You wanted the number earlier.
Hold on. Okay, listen.
320.
Detroit still got the record for the weekend. They got the one day. Let's see 2 more days. We had over 700,000.
2026 NFL draft.
We had the
That's
record.
320,000
we had like
people.
250.
Keldrick Ball.
Yeah.
I knew it. Salal was not. Nope. He's a defensive coach.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that 320,000 people got to watch the Vikings just fucking embarrass themselves in person.
He not giving it up.
He wasn't going down in the first round without his stamp on it.
So with Saleh coming in, switching the Titans to a 4-3, Falk makes a lot of sense. 6'6", 276, great edge defender, really good against the run. The sack production went down last year, but the big piece on Falk is the intangibles. I
hear the comparison. I hear the comparison to him as Preston Smith and Everson Griffin.
Jimmy?
Well, I would have loved the Vikings to draft a replacement for Harrison Smith, but those motherfuckers took a fucking defensive lineman, so
Preston Smith.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But I was more talking to you because he also said Everson Griffin.
I heard Harrison Smith. My bad. Sorry. I mean, if that's a good comparison. That's a very good late first-round pick. I just think, Titans. Robert Saleh loves his defensive ends. He loves his edge rushers. This guy seems very malleable in terms of finding a spot in the defense. So I think this is a good value pick. Maybe an overpay to move up 4 spots, but if you need him, you need him. I think this is a guy worth trading that much to move up for.
The Seahawks are a tough one for me. I think, kind of vastly different needs than our resident Seahawks fan, John, did. We went with, who did we go with last night? Chris Johnson, right? We went corner. I don't hate that, again, because of how the board is. I mean, you have both of the Tennessee corners available. My top need is running back for them. Obviously, Kenneth Walker's in Kansas City. Zach Charbonnet coming off the ACL. They signed Emmanuel Wilson to be the RB2 from Green Bay, but I'm okay with Jadarian Price here. I don't hate Jadarian Price in the first round. It's not a reach, I don't think, especially with the need. Safety is my second need. So Emmanuel McNeil-Warren makes a ton of sense out of Toledo. And then if not, they have their pick of the linebackers, LB2 and 3. Whether you like C.J. Allen or Jacob Rodriguez, I think those 2 guys also could be in play here. But I think it's pretty wide open for Seattle. They don't have many holes. Mark, I'm surprised you didn't chime in. It's your division.
They got to go corner because of the division. You facing the Rams. You facing San Fran ain't really that big of a threat. I don't think.
They got Mike Evans now. Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
but Evans. You got some versatility with Evans. He's not killing you from the line. He's killing you with the long ball and the deep routes. But he not beating you with a now route.
You took it from the structure I was going to come from was, what does your division present you trying to go back to the Super Bowl? And it has to be corner. It doesn't have to. I guess that's a wrong word. I would go corner, but Mike McDonald knows way more than I do, or you do, or you do, or you do.
Well, when is he going to show us some Georgia love and invite us out there, John? I mean, Mark, I was thinking John because he's a Seahawks fan.
Oh, we can go to training camp. You want to go to training camp? Let's go.
I'd love to go see what a team that actually knows how to win a fucking Super Bowl operates.
Yeah, so corner I didn't have as a need because I like their corner room. Devon Witherspoon, Josh Jobe, Nicky Manwari, and they signed Noah Igbenogany. They have Nehemiah Pritchett going into year
They got
3.
a lot of depth in that corner in Seattle.
Shamar Jean Charles is a good, nice veteran.
I would say a sneaker position would be the tight end.
They just drafted Arroyo in the second last year.
But you aren't lining tight ends. We've talked about this.
Is there a tight end worth taking at this spot?
No, there's not.
I think you take Price here.
First round, Mark.
This feels kind of like in the 2020
you can
draft.
do what you want as a Super Bowl champion. I would.
This kind of feels like in the 2020 draft where the Chiefs took Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Obviously, I think higher of Price than I did of Helaire, but I think that makes a lot of sense.
They could take a tight end and help with the running game with that 12
There are
personnel.
many tight ends.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to go get a.
There are zero tight ends valuable.
You can get a good blocking tight end with this pick.
You want to draft a blocking tight end at 32? I mean, yeah, you're not defending Super Bowl
A decent
champ. Do whatever you want.
pass guy, but he may be a better blocker.
I'm thrilled to be joined by
I don't know. I think if you want to increase the run game, you get a better running back. And then maybe you get a blocking tight end in round 2 or 3.
Who was that?
Let Dylan have his chance here, okay?
That's Dylan?
Cancer survivor, brain tumor, cancer survivor.
That's what I said. I didn't hear. Oh, okay. Brain
Vikings are going to give me a brain tumor.
a chance to take part in one of the most exciting moments in our league. Dylan,
Sorry, that was dark.
ready? Stage is yours.
What's going on, Pittsburgh? Yeah! I'm so excited to be here to represent the 12s. Oh, and the ring!
Yes.
I forgot about that. Yeah, he right. All right, let him know.
Love it.
And with that, with the 32nd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Jadarian Price.
There it is.
There it is.
Yep.
Man, well, loved him on the Vikings.
And history. We just watched history, boys. The first 2 running back teammates ever to go in the first round.
Really?
Yep. No school has produced 2 first-round running backs in the same draft.
Wow. Well, I'm sure they're going to light that up tomorrow.
Ohio State came close last year.
Close doesn't count, Jimmy. Only in horse.
Yeah, close doesn't count. I know. I'm a fucking Viking fan.
When you lose your running back who has an MVP in the Super Bowl, why wouldn't you go do this? Is the question.
Yeah, and I mean, some people, I don't know who those people are specifically, but I know there are some people that liked Price more than Love.
Right.
It was that dynamic where it's like you're sharing time and you don't really get to see the full potential of a guy because he's splitting carries.
No, they're just saying that to talk. They don't believe that. They're just saying that because they're blind.
I mean, I believe that Jadarian Price has a ton more to show that he did at Notre Dame because he wasn't getting all the carries of an RB1. But, I mean, you look at Jadarian Price, I mean, super, super explosive. He's as explosive as Jeremiah Love, can hit home runs very easily.
Well,
what's the difference?
I think he's going to the right system. Don't forget that systems make everybody.
Yes, that matters. Absolutely.
And you're going to a Super Bowl champion team who opened up holes for about anybody, has a great defense. We were just talking about what would you do here. I threw out tight end because if you didn't get the running back position, the tight end can be an extension of that. Well, you went and got the running back. Why doesn't he hit those holes? the way that people are talking about it. You can't tell me that Marcus Freeman didn't put handcuffs on him because he was not as talented as Love. That's not. You can go back to Reggie Bush and Ladain or White. I forget his first name.
Yeah, Lindell.
Bush was the marquee guy, right? But did White get into a good system in the NFL? Who knows? We never heard about him again. But you're going to a Super Bowl contending team.
He's going to get a lot of opportunity.
Hear about this guy. We should hear about this guy if you're saying that he's as good as Love.
Yeah, 5'11", 203. Like I said, the explosion is outstanding. And I think it's going to be a good fit. Like you said, him and Emmanuel Wilson as the top two while Charbonnet recovers from his ACL. Who knows if Charbonnet is even going to play this year? If not, or if he does, it'll probably not be till November, December. So
give him plenty of time to shine.
Yeah. I think it's a great pick here, and we got the counter already, boys. 19 hours and 51 minutes and change here till round 2 kicks off. So make sure you got your clock set. But all right, so we got first off, before we kind of recap the round, I just want to talk about who's available here as we go into round 2, and it has changed. So I actually got to check because of the million of trades that we had in the late first round. I did not see all those coming. So I got to check who even is the top pick. San Fran. So San Fran's at 33. That's who's going to be fielding calls all night. And with them at 33, I center and edge rusher. So I would like TJ Parker for San Francisco. I think that makes a ton of sense. They need edge rush with Bosa and Michael Williams coming off injuries. So I think that, or probably interior D line, a guy like Lee Hunter's available. But best available left. I mean, I still can't get over the corner issue here. Only 2 went in the first round. I thought 4 would go. I thought both the Tennessee kids would have been gone by now. I also thought potentially Traden Stukes out of Arizona, who's a versatile corner, nickel, safety kind of guy, might have went. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, speaking of safety, I'm surprised he didn't go. I thought 3 safeties were going to go in the first round. But we got an interior D-line instead, Jimmy. Yeah, I mean,
he's going to be available at the Vikings pick, and they're going to fucking pick, I don't know, fucking tight end, middle of the second round.
Oscar Delp is still available, Jimmy, in case you wanted a tight end.
Oh, fuck yeah. I bet he played 5 games last year, and the Vikings are salivating for him.
He did not. He played all games for Georgia.
Oh, he played all of them? Too healthy. Vikings won't take him.
They do need a tight end, though.
He said too healthy. They won't take him.
Vikings will never draft someone that has a clean bill of health. Can't do that.
Hawk's not getting any younger. They do have a tight end need.
I don't disagree. I mean,
Caleb Banks with the Vikings and Keelan Rutledge with the Texans. Those were probably the 2 surprises, other than Mark's good old boys taking Ty Simpson at 13.
I told you somebody was going to do the Atlanta thing. Hey, it's
Hall of Fame quarterback, I guess.
Hey, Mark. But the thing is, you didn't have to trade for him, right? You didn't have to give up anything for him. You stayed at 13, and you got him there. You probably could have traded back and got him still.
We could.
You know what? Ty Simpson is going to be a better pick than Chase fucking Banks.
But see, I'm gonna just stand on this is all McVay. He don't care what nobody say because Stafford just did what he did, and you spitting in his face, drafting a guy in the first round.
They probably told him.
They did tell him. It was reported that he was told yesterday that the Rams did intend to draft Tyce Simpson.
But the crazy thing is, Stafford did them a solid at the awards. They didn't even know if he's coming back till he had his kids on stage, and he said, I'm coming back next year. So I think he's earned it. Like, I gave him one more year and then do this. Only because he won MVP.
And this just feels like the Jordan Love pick of 2020.
Jordan fan, so I don't even care about him.
Yes,
I forgot because he could have made the majors with that arm in baseball. I forgot about that.
Some other guys that I'm kind of surprised are still available, or some of the top guys still available for round 2 here. It's the linebackers. I kind of kept talking about them late in round 1. CJ Allen, Jacob Rodriguez. I think they'll go pretty early here on day 2. And then one thing that shocked me, the tackles. Dude, the tackle class got taken out. I mean, I don't know the total tally we had with tackles, but I know it was a ton. We got a ton of offensive tackles gone, and looking at the chart here, I mean, there's none. There are not really any tackles. I don't think we're going to get offensive tackle in the second round.
Would have been great depth for the Vikings.
Listen, one team I wouldn't put it back with 2 of them, Tennessee and the Chiefs. Those are 2 teams.
100%.
Listen, the Kansas City can never have too much depth. I don't know how. They still win with them. You make it to the Super Bowl, you're doing something right, Andy, because you got not just one, you got 2 bad tackles, but you're playing in the biggest game. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There's only one tackle that I think will go tomorrow. That's Caleb Tiernan out of Northwestern. Unless someone reaches for a traits guy like Markel Bell, who we saw at the Senior Bowl, Dennis. You remember 6'9", 345?
Yeah.
Out of Miami.
Big old boy.
That didn't even look fair. It didn't even look fair. Like, why is he even on the field? Let them play. Let the little kids play.
It was funny. I remembered because he was a late ad, so we didn't have him on the roster. I was like, what do we think that guy is? And we looked at him versus another guy that was 6'7", like, oh yeah, he's 6'9".
I gotta get the guy's name. Remember the one we kept poking about the corner was it LSU? I was like, he is not 5'8" or 5'7".
No, wide receiver, Aaron Anderson. Yeah, 5'7". He's 5'7". Yeah.
And then when he stood by a guy that was 5'9", we was like, okay, yeah, I guess he is. Yeah. But he looks shorter than me. I'm 5'4", barely. And I'm like, come on, man, that's a little kid. That's a little kid.
I highly doubt he gets drafted. I don't see how.
Well, the Rams got Tavon Austin at 5'8".
But he ran a low 4.3, didn't he?
Mark, how'd that work out?
Yeah,
I'm just saying we're great. We're great drafters. Blah, 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 blah.
What was that? Number 8 overall?
Yep.
And you know what? To be honest, I really think Geno would not even be in the league if it wasn't for Tavon.
Yeah.
He would not be in the league if it wasn't for Tavon. Somebody had to throw the ball, yes, so he gets credit. But listen, Tavon could have ran the Wildcat all day and threw it to himself.
he was an athlete, man.
What else I think we're gonna see a run on edge. I think early in round 2.
I think the corner's gonna go heavy tomorrow.
You have Cassius Howell, Gabe Jacas, and R. Mason Thomas, who I know a lot of people like. You also have Kieran Crawford out of Auburn, and Derek Moore coming out of Michigan, which is
like a Missouri guy.
Rounder. Oh yeah, Zion Young, dude. I like Zion Young. Yeah,
I'm looking at him going. I'm licking my lips. Yeah.
3-4 outside. I think for him, more than likely could probably play 4-3 if he beefed up a little bit. But I have no clue.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I just moved back there and I was like, did you see that? He took the dude. Yeah, he pancaked. I don't know. I don't know, son. I gotta.
But Mark, it should be a good night for the Georgia Bulldogs tomorrow. I think C.J. Allen goes, Christian Miller, Oscar Delp. I think all three of those guys go.
Meantime, Michigan will be watching.
Another linebacker that I think will go pretty early, Jake Golday out of Cincinnati, tackling machine.
Mhm.
Nice size as well. He's also a big guy like Styles, 6'5", 240. And
I think tomorrow, because of the league, the way the league is, a passing league, everybody doing it, it's going to be corners and receivers tomorrow.
You think
Probably.
Branch goes second or third round?
I had him in the third.
Third.
But that's the thing. Wide receiver is the same as tackle. I mean, wide receiver, the depth is gone kind of now. I think it's Denzel Boston and everyone else. I don't have a lot of receivers high on my chart in the second round. Boston's the easy one to pick. I do really like Branch. Chris Brazzell, he should go pretty early. Chris Bell as well out of Louisville. He's coming off the ACL. That's why he's getting pushed to day 2. But other than that, I mean, I just saw a video, I think today or yesterday. He was on the treadmill running 18 miles an hour. So he's pretty getting there. I do think wide receiver, Elijah Surratt, he's a guy that I love. I don't know. He should go day 2. There's some interior guys left D-line wise. Grayson Halton, the guy I saw at the Senior Bowl, balled out. I had no clue who he was before that, but he balled out there. And yeah, I mean, tight ends should definitely go. Delp. You got Eli Stowers as well. Max Clare out of Ohio State. So there's a lot of talent left. Like I said,
Listen, you can't go wrong picking a skill guy from Ohio State. I do not like the school, but I give it to him. You want a running back, receiver in any round? I'll take him in any round.
That's rough. That is rough. I'm so sorry they had to show that graphic, Mark. Luckily, you missed it. Fewest starts in terms of first-round quarterbacks. Number 1, Anthony Richardson, 13. Number 2, Mitchell Trubisky, 14.
Trash.
Number 3, rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins, 14. Number 4, Ty Simpson with 15. But you look at what those situations were, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rich.
He'll get developed somewhere else. Don't worry.
Richardson and Trubisky both started right away. Haskins didn't.
Wait. You talking about in the league, right? In the NFL?
Yeah.
Okay. Because Trubisky, he was so bad sophomore year. I found out he was battling reps, second, third team guy. Like he was, we don't even know if we're going to keep him. We're going to give him a chance. And then his junior year, they won a bowl game with a team I don't even think that's in this country. Nobody knows who's good. They were bad, right? Mel Kiper threw him in there. I think he come out with Deshaun. So Bears passed on Deshaun. All these teams passed on whatever.
When's the last time Mel Kiper had anything good to say, though?
Who the hell is Mel Kiper?
I told you guys he said he was going to quit his job if Casey Clausen didn't get 6 Pro Bowls.
Jimmy Clausen?
Jimmy Clausen.
Mm.
It's on the
wait,
record.
ain't that the guy from Notre Dame?
Yeah, it's on the record. It's on
Mel
the record.
Kiper was all over Jimmy Clausen.
Oh, my
He thought he
God.
was the second coming of
He hung
God,
his
yeah.
hat on that to stay on ESPN.
Jimmy was so bad.
Second rounder in was that 14? 15?
Listen, He came there. He told Cam he wanted $1 million for swapping the number. Cam said, "No, bro, I'll take one." He told Cam, he said, "Yeah, bro, you want $1 million?" No, I'm good. I'll take one.
All right, so let's kind of wrap this up here. Who were some of the winners? Who's everyone's winner for the night?
I kind of like Dallas. I think Dallas did pretty good.
Yeah.
I really like the Giants draft. I thought they did really well with both their top 10 picks.
I would preface that as well.
Reese and Malagoa.
Who you got, Rusty?
I really like Reese. I thought Reese at 5 was really good value. Probably, I know it's early, but I honestly thought Reese would go top 3.
Can I just say my teams?
Rusty, you got 8 teams. So you didn't lose. They all winning. You don't have no bad teams.
I really liked what all 3 of my teams did. The Panthers at 19 getting Freeling to supplement the Rasheed Walker and Ike Ekwonu situation at left tackle. The Steelers at 21 getting Mackie and Achor. That's going to help out with the Braxton Jones injury. Flipping Troy Faltanu from right to left tackle where he played in college at Washington anyways, and putting Ian Achor at right tackle where he played at Arizona State. And then, I mean, Howie did it again, guys. I mean, Howie, I feel like I say this every draft, but Howie Roseman is the best general manager in the NFL, hands down. The value that he gets out of his picks, the trades that he makes.
Your culture sucks, though.
It's insane.
You can get any draft pick you want, and then no one's ever happy.
To get Mekhi Lemon at 20 was incredible value. I thought he would be gone by 13 at the latest with the Rams.
I'm just playing devil's advocate, and I agree with you. I think that's great draft picks, but how many OCs are you going to go through?
That's not his fault.
Are you going to – dude,
okay, hold on, Rusty. If you're the offensive coordinator for the Eagles, I'm the general manager, right? I'm giving you guys, but all you guys have been coaches. Okay, I'll let all y'all coach. Like at some point, hey, bro, we needed one system because all y'all have different systems. So you're drafting guys for your system. You don't put a square in a round hole or a round hole in a square plug. It's not going to fit.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Dennis.
They're too good that their offensive coordinators every other year get taken to be a head coach.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess you didn't see. You didn't see the end game, the home game they lost. Oh, we should remember the team. 4th down, they run like 8 or 9 go routes, like 4 verts.
This was the odd year.
I could have had better play calling, and I'm a defensive guy. And he's like, and Jalen Hurts on the record saying we're gonna run it again.
Ray's on my team. Ray's on my team.
I'm not punching in the face. Ray's getting punched in the face.
This was the odd year. Dennis, this was the odd year. Okay. The Kevin Patullo year came after Kellen Moore got hired by the Saints. That's why they needed a new offensive coordinator. It happened with Shane Steichen as well. After they went,
you weren't happy when your coach won you a Super Bowl, bro, and he's in Jacksonville, and you guys are never happy.
And that guy was good. I liked him.
You guys are happy. You can have a great draft, but let me see longevity from an OC, please.
You can't have that when they constantly
go 2 years in a row. Jalen Hurts might be first team All-Pro.
They're getting hired or fired every year. Like you can't. That
has nothing to do with your coach.
I need you to take Rayvon off the chat. Block my son from the chat.
Your coach was on a hot seat in the middle of the season.
That's why they got a guy like.
You're never going to be happy.
That's why they went and got a guy like.
I'm a Viking fan. I'll never be happy.
He's a younger.
That's why you're on the floor.
Down. Look at it. He has not moved.
That's why you're on the floor, my guy.
Yeah, I'm on the floor.
Okay,
I'm on the
That's why-
floor just like my expectations of this franchise.
All right, back to your question.
Why they went and got Sean Mannion? He's a younger coordinator that will be able to.
Oh,
stay
Sean Mannion, former
all the
Viking.
But
year.
listen, Rusty, you really hurting Jalen Hurts' development into a better quarterback when he has 4 different coordinators in 4 years.
This is what
Right
I'm
on my
saying.
team.
You can be happy. You can be happy with your draft picks because you're a homer. What I'm trying to say is let's take it a different approach. We have 2 teams not very good, Titans and Dolphins. How can you say in the first round that you don't pick somebody from both sides of the ball and be happy with that? You might not see it in the first 1 or 2 years. Tell me you're not going to see those draft picks, if they pan out,
Well,
be really good in year 3 or 4.
Well, I mean, hold on. I'm sorry, Rusty. I'm kind of talking for you, but Rusty didn't imply that these teams did not have good drafts when he's complimenting his own team. I like.
No. I'm not arguing with that, but
I like the Titans draft.
your team's successful. Let's look other way. I think Mannion is a good young OC. He was in the league. I think backup quarterbacks make great OCs. They've been on the sidelines helping QB1, learning the offenses, seeing the defenses. But let's talk about something else. Come on. We do this every podcast.
I'll pitch in a little bit. Another team's draft I really liked, and I hate to say it, the Bears. They took my guy. That's Dylan Thieneman at 25 is absurd value for a team that lost Brisker. I know Rusty thought they should go edge. I like their trenches. I think they can improve later in the draft, but Thieneman at 25, he's the second best safety in the draft. I think this team needed guys over the top, guys like Thieneman. Getting him at 25 is, in my opinion, absurdly good value. A guy I thought could go top 15, at the very least top 20, and now he's there at 25.
The Bears were one of my losers because of that.
I liked Thieneman to them.
No, I don't hate the player. I don't like the pick. And it's need versus value, I understand. But when you have such a great need, they brought Montez Sweat and Dayo Odeyingbo in to be the dudes on the edge, and they haven't produced at all. They were one of the bottom 3rd sack teams in the league last year, and somehow they got to the playoffs. But the defense line,
they had to go there because they also lost Edmonds earlier. He's a versatile player. He's a really high motor, really good player. So I mean, they had some mess holes. If they weren't going to do offense because they stacked on offense. So I mean, the safety position would needed more help than the corner.
Well,
I think Sweat has been doing better since he left the Commanders. I think he's solid.
Has he?
Yes. Listen, okay, scale of 1 to 10 with the Commanders, he was a 5. Now he's 6.5, 7. He's down to 10.
He produced in those first couple of games that season, but after that, I don't think his first full season in Chicago last year was anything to speak about.
No, I'm just saying it was better than what it was in Washington. Washington, I forgot he was on the team. I literally forgot he was on the team. And this is a guy that came in a long frame, running a 4.40, and I don't think he had injury problem. I think he's been in the league a while. He just is not produced up to his first round talent.
Well, we know Jimmy's Vikings are one of the losers of the night. We already gave him enough stuff.
Big L.
Jimmy, again, I like the position that they drafted. I just think it was 1 too early and 2 way too early for Caleb Banks, given the foot injury. Although they did say he's going to be good to go by early June.
Oh, I'm sure he will be.
I would have preferred Caden McDonald if they were going to go interior D-line, because both are nose tackles, and Banks is definitely the bigger dude, and he's gonna 2-gap. He's gonna stuff everything up in the middle.
Right. What about how do you feel about, I still call them San Diego. What about the Chargers? Do you like that?
I picked that pick. I picked Akeem Messidor for them.
I think that's a. And then my other question, another playoff team. What about the Bills? I mean, they're getting draft picks, but they didn't get anybody in the first round.
Yeah, well, the Bills are at 35 now, I believe, with the Titans trade back.
So how do you view that on a first day draft?
I guess it's got to be an NA because it doesn't work.
Oh, shit. Mekhi Lemon, this is what he said. Pittsburgh called me, and I thought they were going to draft me, and then the Eagles called at the same time. I guess it was meant to be. I'm super excited to be in Philly.
Wow.
I think that's a great. It's a weapon. It's a weapon for your. It's a weapon for your quarterback, and AJ Brown should be on the exit. So going back to kind of just being devil's advocate.
They don't have a good year.
I'm just teasing you a little bit about having home teams.
They got to get an edge. Sure,
where is the big question? What are the Bills doing, and do they have a draft map getting out of the first round?
So at 35, I think they're in a good spot, though. If they want to get Denzel Boston, let me see what the top of the board has here.
I don't know, this just feels like a Keon Coleman 2.0 situation where you move out of a spot.
San Fran, the Cardinals, and then the Bills. So the only team that's going to pick a wide receiver would be San Francisco. But I don't think they're going to go with a guy like Boston because they already have a big receiver in Mike Evans. And really, Boston's the only guy that I have top round 2 with what the board is. So I think the Bills are in a good spot to take wide receiver, and that would be Denzel Boston if they do. If not, I mean, again, the corners are available. I actually have corner as my number 1 need for Buffalo. So that fits perfectly well there.
Is Buffalo another situation we're seeing play out of the Packers?
What do you mean?
We didn't do enough to put things around Aaron Rodgers. And, we're doing this and doing that, and he's happy. He loves the community. He's going to be here all these years. And Rodgers only got 1 Super Bowl. Allen's got 0.
I've never even been there. So I would say corner or edge. Those are my top 2 for Buffalo. They can go wide receiver, but again, it would have to be Boston in my mind. They really don't have a ton of size other than Keon Coleman. Tyrell Shavers tore his ACL in the playoffs, so he's out for a while. That was their only other size guy. But if they go edge, though, there are some guys like R. Mason Thomas and Cassius Howell. Those would be my top 2, 3, 4 outside linebacker edge rushers. So. But, yeah, I mean, it's great round 1.
It seemed like it was faster this year. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Last year seemed longer.
Yeah, we talked about that pre-draft 8-minute clock versus 10-minute.
They changed it this year?
Yep. Yeah, they cut 2 minutes off every pick.
Thank God. That was annoying last year.
But
you know what? I will say this though. Another loser, and maybe you disagree, but I hated this pick when it was announced. Arizona, what the hell?
Dude, I knew you were gonna go there. That's what I was gonna ask next.
That's such a fucking awful pick. I'm sorry. I'm very anti running back in like the top 5, because especially if you're picking top 3, it means your team is like garbage everywhere.
Yeah.
And you think the best thing to do is to draft a running
garbage
back?
everywhere.
Let's be honest. Where on Arizona would you say, a strength?
Jimmy, they're gonna run 31 personnel.
The colors of the uniform. That's it.
Yeah, they're aesthetic.
Dennis, they're going back to the wishbone. They're running 31 every play.
I mean, seriously, like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm taking any of the 3 Ohio State defensemen over Love if I'm in that situation. Like, I would take Caleb down.
When I got nothing, I'm starting with defense. I'm not doing a running back.
I agree.
I trade the pick. I trade the pick.
I agree. If you are really set on Jeremiah Love, you trade down and you get really good assets. Like, I'm sorry, but like picking a running back at 3. Remember when Saquon was picked and everyone was like, this is dumb? And then the Giants went on to win 1 fucking playoff game in his entire career against the Vikings, I might add. And then it just didn't work out. And I see the exact same situation playing out.
Check this out. Karma is real.
Pretty good.
Karma is real because the GM said, we want to get this right. When we picked this high, we win Super Bowls. Bro, he wasn't even there. Okay? They picked Saquon. Fast forward, Saquon, we're going to move on without you. Okay, whatever. Morris says, if he stays in the division, I'm not going to be able to sleep. He leaves. It was a Super Bowl thanks to you.
The next year.
I was so happy. And did he get like 250 on them or something? Like he went over 200 on them, didn't he?
No, he demolished them.
They was,
yeah.
And I think they said he they wanted to keep running or something. He was like, no, he didn't care. Something I think it was the last game of the season or something like that. Like
he sat the last game of the season once.
No, that's right. He played one and he didn't play the other one.
Yeah. He could have kept racking it up in the first game against the Giants, but they were up so much that he wanted the young boys to get reps.
Man, I'm glad I wasn't on that staff. Run it up, Herm. Leave no doubt. Let's blow the light bulbs out.
We're at
all right, guys. Appreciate you guys.
45 here. Awesome show. Great first round.
I'll still be here tomorrow.
Jimmy, am I gonna have to
pick up the podcast in round 2 right here?
Jimmy, am I gonna have to call Caroline to let her know you need picked up?
It's okay. She knows. She's a Browns fan. She gets this.
I think the Browns won the first round versus the
Browns
Vikings.
are awesome in my opinion.
Did they get 2 or 3?
2.
They got a tackle.
It just seemed like I just kept hearing their name. That's why.
They got a tackle.
The Jets seemed like they had 3 too. They were like, man.
The Jets had 3, yeah.
They did have 3. Okay.
Vikings had 1. They would have been better off with 0.
Lions got 1 lineman. I'm like,
Ray, I appreciate you staying and watching the whole thing, brother.
Now I get to call him and cuss him out. I love him though. I'm trying to bring him with us to Alabama.
Yeah.
Or Indy. So he's a football guy, analyst too. So appreciate you guys. I'll try to get on tomorrow. I'm just in the midst of moving and doing stuff. So
we ain't gonna be on tomorrow.
No, I was joking. I mean, I'll still be here tomorrow, but it won't be on the pod.
We do the first round every year, and then we kind of chill out for the next 2 days of the draft. I do my thing in my my binder that I have for the draft. So I do all
when
that.
will they announce the schedule? Next month?
Yeah, mid-May, I believe. But yeah, don't forget to follow us on all our social media at FAA Podcast, Instagram and X, FAApodcast.com's website. Check us out here on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram, as well as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. And probably do a Monday show. We'll recap the draft. And we will go from there. Talk UFL probably because it'll be mid-season UFL. We got week 5 going on this weekend. I haven't really talked UFL on the pod much lately, but we'll see y'all then.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it. Take it easy, fellas. Good